Well, hello there, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to the WWE RAW Watchalong. It is Monday, March 3rd, and we are about less than 3 minutes away from Raw starting. And this is also, I imagine, going to be a noteworthy episode of Raw, considering that we are coming out of the Elimination Chamber, which has had everybody talking. This whole thing with John Cena turning heel has really just added this whole new buzz to the road to WrestleMania. Like it finally feels like we are in WrestleMania season. So definitely a fun night. Also, on top of that, there's people that are wondering, hey, are we going to see Rey Fenix tonight? Of course, we don't actually know that. But given how fast WWE moved with Ricky Starks, who the hell knows? Anything can happen at this point. So I think for the most part, people are excited about this episode of Raw. And there's also quite a other few things that were announced for the show. They have quite a bit announced. The big thing, of course, is Rhea Ripley versus IYO SKY. And whoever wins that match is clearly going to go on to face Bianca Belair. I think we all know it's Rhea Ripley, but hey, anything can happen at this point. We're also going to be seeing the War Raiders defend their titles against the Creed brothers. We're going to see Lyra Valkyria versus Nile for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. We will also be seeing Bron Breakker is going to be making an appearance on Raw. So is CM Punk, and so is Gunther. So there's been quite a bit to get into. So I think today's episode of Raw might be a fun one in comparison to maybe some of the last recent ones. I think this one's going to really start to feel like we're going somewhere. So yeah, I cannot wait. Also, just a heads up to everybody, I did get a little sick in Canada. I think everyone knew it was going to happen, but I'm not too bad. However, my voice is a little bit, it's not as strong as it normally is every week. So just a heads up to everybody, if it looks like I sound weird at any point, or maybe I'm trying to talk softer or whatever it is, it's because I am trying not to exhaust my voice too much. I do have a little bit of, I was boiling some water right before this. I have my little TheraFlu. You can see the steam is still coming out of it. So I'm waiting for that to go down to my second TheraFlu of the day. And I also have some, where is it at? I also have some Ricola. This is not an ad, by the way. I genuinely actually use these whenever I'm sick. Shout out to Will Washington, who got me addicted to Ricola. There's times where I even have it when I'm not even sick. All right. Hold on. As soon as Raw starts, I'll of course get the audio going. It's going to start like in 5 seconds. So we'll get right to it. And then, of course, I'll be reading people's comments. So thank you so much to everybody who's in here. And let's go to it. Stuart Bridgman says, you just blamed us Canadians. You turned on Canada. Dude, it was, thank you, Dev. It was 11 degrees. You know, when I think I got sick, when I came out of the show, I was waiting for my Lyft ride, and I spent like 8 minutes outside waiting for my Lyft. And that's what did it. Like, honestly, that was the moment that I was jumping up and down trying to stay warm. I had a turtleneck, a sweater, and a jacket, and it just was not enough. All right, let me get the volume going. Let me know if this is a good audio level or if we want it a little higher. Actually, let me put it up a little higher. Sounds a little too low to me. Okay. I think we're good now. Let me know how this sounds for everyone. You should be able to hear me and Netflix and a nice level. Okay, thank you so much, Barry. He says all good for him. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody for the love. I got to make sure to shout out some people. So thank you so much to Justin Fowler for the very, very kind comment. We are 47 days away from WrestleMania. Holy shit. Jakeem, thank you so much. Tremaine, KJ, Miss WWE Girl, Tracy. Where'd you go, Tracy? I just clicked on your comment and then I lost you. Oh, there you go. Tracy, there you go. We got Roberto Broy's not in here. Thank you so much to everybody who's hanging in. Desi Baby, what's up, Desi Baby? We got Don, Nazir James, Taylor, Danny Cook, Casey Clark, IC, Kevin Simpson, Jay Grouse, CC Fugs, Dilda Pickle, Lou S., Raphael Smith, Rally Cap, Allen. Yes, I am going to be doing 2K25 videos, guys. It's official. It's in the works. I had been talking about this. Hey, Megan, I got to make sure to give a lot of shout outs. There's a lot of cool people in here that I need to say hello to. Megan, Double S, Bo said Bo, Bryn Hawking, Rowdy the Cat, Johnny T, Raphael, Zeno Goku, Arnold, Megan, King Michael King, King of Strong Style, Dr. J Merritt, Kevin Cabeza. Welcome back to Watching Raw. We got Chris Manson, Tanisha Hicks, Mike C, Infamous Raider Loco, Danny Cook, and I will make sure to give some more as we go through the stream. I'll make sure to acknowledge you guys as the stream goes on. Okay, so what I was gonna say though is that that I officially got an email from 2K saying that they're gonna send me a review game for WWE 2K25. I was just gonna buy one, but then they were like, "Oh, we have a review one for you," and I'm like, "Thanks, I'll take anything that's free." They're gonna give me a review copy for the game. My sister's gonna lend me the PS5. I bought her a new controller because she said she needed one. So in exchange for her lending me my PS5, I got her a new controller. And so, what's up, Mike Riggs? Good to see you, man. Chris Robinson, B Pool. So, anyways, I will definitely be doing videos for 25. So I could probably say 25 for 2K25. I will be doing some videos. I asked people in the community section here on YouTube to like give me some like tips because I'm not really sure what kind of videos people like to see. I'm not a gamer. I don't know anything about games. I'm a total noob when it comes to this. And so a lot of people gave me some really good advice and kinds of videos that I can make. So I am going to be making sure to do that kind of content. I'm going to be doing some live streams, of course, playing the game, and then I'll probably cut those up and make them into like separate videos for those that do not have time to watch the whole entire live stream. So I'm very looking forward to it. I don't know when my review copy is coming, but I'm under the assumption that it's happening this weekend because there's an embargo date. And I already know the embargo date. I don't know if I'm supposed to share that, so I won't share that. But there is an embargo date. So as soon as that's lifted, I'm all good to go. Like I can post videos. I can post pretty much anything when it comes down to, WWE 2K25. So it'll be a good one. Yeah, Mike, see, a couple people told me to play GM mode, My Rise, create a character, like create myself in the game, create a promotion, things like that, the island thing. So I've definitely been looking at everything that everybody has to say.
To get the 17th World Championship, record-breaking stuff. And Saturday night was obviously something that'll be remembered forever. But wow, I'm still reeling as well, Cole.
Well, later on tonight, we're going to tape a deeper
It's so crazy how much more buzz this episode of Raw has in comparison to like the last couple of weeks. The buzz and the overall interest is like night and day, I feel. Everybody was talking about this whole heel turn. We got Don the Visionary in here. What's up? We got Kieran here. We got Jeffrey. We got Crazy Cool Deep. It's so funny, guys. The whole Lisa thing has taken a life of its own. I am literally hearing from people that I have not heard from in a long time. Former bosses are hitting me up. Like literally texting me and being like, "Hey, I heard you're Lisa now." Former bosses. That should like put things into perspective of how sometimes I forget how many people are watching these press conferences and how this stuff happens. And it's so funny because that's my third viral press conference moment. And you never know when these things are gonna happen. And so it was very, very funny. I'll give some more insight on that as we roll through with the show. CM Punk just arrived and he's pissed off, as he should be. Dude, CM Punk doesn't look like he's slept since the Elimination Chamber.
It looks like he's
pissed. Obviously, he should be, considering what Seth Rollins did to him. I was livid, guys. Livid when Seth Rollins stomped CM Punk.
That look in his eyes.
Also, what's up to Andrew? Good to see you. We also got hey, Jay Moscow is kicking off his birthday week. Jay, let me know exactly when your birthday is. But I know your birthday week is happening at the moment. Also, what's up to Austin Wright? Thank you so much for coming in. King of Strong Style says he didn't even clock into work. Can you imagine if wrestlers had to like clock in? I only ever had all my retail jobs. We used to have to clock in. It used to be so annoying because they used to get so pissed. All right, let's see what CM Punk says. Come on, let him have it, punker. Yell at everybody.
A lot of fun, not for you, but for me. I'm liable to get us canceled off of Netflix right now. Where to begin? Where do we start?
We're gonna get another pipe bomb.
The State of the Union addresses. We are far deep into the road to WrestleMania, an event which some people seem to think that I have exhausted all opportunities of main eventing.
What are you gonna do, CM Punk?
So allow me to address my enemies, and since my name is CM Punk, that means everyone.
Oh
So
shit!
who do I start with? Come on. Who's the first target tonight?
Start with The Rock. Well, I mean, it should be Seth. Start with Seth. You want to hear some thoughts on The Rock? Give us your real thoughts on Roman.
Rollins.
Who else?
Cena.
Everybody.
That's what I was saying on
Shit, roast Pat McAfee, roast everybody. I'm here
Where
for
we
it.
at? Come here. Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud.
Yeah, I was hoping he went after The Rock.
You think because you're on the board of directors you're immune from criticism? Well, you don't know who you're dealing with. You are dealing with the best in the world.
Yes. Oh, he took the mic flag off.
Middle-aged and crazy, walked back into the WWE after 10 years and literally marched through hell to receive opportunities at the big dance. And you, Mr. Midlife Crisis, just decide to walk in when you feel like it and hide behind the fact that you think you're a bigger star than everybody here. I would love to say all of this to your face, but you have not graced us with your presence to do your bullshit, to hit your arm, to pretend that you care about this business that gives you goosebumps.
Oh, it's great. See, this is the CM Punk I love.
So delusional. I have never been so desperate to wear a fake title.
This is the CM Punk we love. This is the CM Punk we want to see. Oh, please also go off on Logan Paul too.
Proclaim myself the people's champion because I don't deserve it. I earn it.
That's evergreen right there.
So desperate to sell my soul. And that brings me to you, John Cena.
Ooh, here we go. Roast them, Punk.
You can't see me? Well, now we can all see through you. You stole something from me in the Elimination Chamber. A match that after 20 years of hustle, loyalty, and respect, I gave you the benefit of the doubt when you didn't qualify. I thought what you did in the past secured your future. You're not going to fool me twice. Hustle, loyalty, and respect for 20 plus years, and now everybody sees what I've known all along, that you've been selling all these people and all these kids bullshit.
God, I'm loving this. Go off, Punk.
Who gave up in the Elimination Chamber? It wasn't me. You'll never see CM Punk give up on his dreams of main event WrestleMania. Ironically, Mr. Don't Quit, Mr. Don't Give Up, you gave up on yourself. You gave up on all of these people. You gave up on all those kids.
He gave up his soul, bro.
I'm going to see you down the road.
Yes.
And I'm going to get my hands on the both of you bald frauds. And when I do, you're going to make a wish that I never did.
Oh, nice play on words. Nice play on words.
Now, the man of the hour. The person who currently has all my undivided attention.
Seth Rollins.
Brother Seth Rollins.
Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, he's about to go off.
Becky Lynch, you better come get your man, because if I do before you do, I'm going to put him in a wheelchair. Seth Rollins, self-professed.
Great, we're going to have to book Becky Lynch versus
Oh, boy, here we
CM
go.
Punk for
CM Punk
WrestleMania.
just jumped off the announce table and
Damn.
he's heading toward
See,
the
this is the
entranceway.
CM
Here's
Punk we
Rollins.
love to see. Now,
The
fuck
fight
him
is
up,
on.
fuck him up.
Yes, it
Come on,
is.
fuck him up.
Seth Rollins was
Get
telling
in
CM
there.
Punk to die in the Elimination Chamber.
Disdain and hatred.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so now I'm definitely like thinking they're gonna run this. This might be CM Punk's WrestleMania match. Like, I wasn't sure. And then after the chamber, I thought it would again. And then now after this, I'm thinking it is again. Let them fight. Oh shit! Oh shit! I look like they slipped from the speed. Go. Ugly. I thought CM Punk was about to take off his shoe. Right now when he grabs Steph's shoe.
They're back for round 3.
Oh, this is great.
You're wondering what
It's
was
so
gonna
great.
explode like this.
Especially after Seth Rollins screwed CM Punk at the Elimination Chamber.
General Manager Adam Pearce sending security out now to try to separate these two men. Rollins has had enough.
The
Punk's
person in
had
the
enough.
front row.
This is
Why?
an absolute street fight here. A brawl.
Yeah, I was not expecting Raw
Security has been
to
sent
kick
out.
off like this, by the way. I was not
Rollins
expecting
doing
that.
everything he can, scratching and clawing
I mean, I
to
knew
get
it was
his
going to
way
be
across.
a pretty noteworthy show, but I wasn't expecting this.
Eye gouging, hair pulling.
This was better than what I didn't even had imagined.
And Pearce pulling Rollins out momentarily, and finally some separation here.
Seth just threw out the security, but the way he did it was very funny. He like spun him in a circle and then threw him. Wait, where's, oh. I'm like, where is he at? Yo.
A dozen security guards here trying to drag Punk and Rollins away from one another.
Finally,
Want to see blood?
separated,
Come
it
on,
feels like
blood.
Some control has been brought to a chaotic collision between two goats who hate each other.
Pat, you were just
Oh, I just realized Pierce is there.
You were waiting for this to blow up. Rollins
No, he's
now.
still going for more.
Over the table.
Good. I love when brawls happen like this, when they're like, oh shit, Steph just like fell forward off the commentary table on Punk. I love these kind of brawls because they look more realistic when they're like so messy.
Punk being held down, Rollins
Look at this, like 50 men holding back Steph.
Punk back on his feet.
Is he gonna throw the chair? Throw the chair, Punk!
General Manager Pearce trying desperately to get
Pierce has zero control of this show.
Seth,
Look at poor Shane Helms. Shane Helms had to go out there in his lovely suit.
still hanging on CM Punk, who's doing it.
Wow, they're not doing a good job of keeping Seth back. That's like the third time Seth has broken loose. Amazing. Yo, what is that? Oh. I'm like, I couldn't tell what Seth was holding in his hand. But it was a mic, I think. Oh, yeah. What was that? He threw something. What was it?
Finally, they've created at least a little bit of separation here. Rollins being escorted down the entrance.
I want to get Becky Lynch's thoughts on this.
This is the damnedest thing that I've ever seen.
Yo. Oh, thank you, KJ. Says it was a prime bottle. Okay, good to know. Wow, what a start to Monday Night Raw, everyone. We are still on so just a heads up to everybody, if this is your first time here, I do have the international version, so I don't get any ads. So you guys will be able to, if you can't, if you get the ads or you're in the US or whatever, you'll be able to hear the audio for what's going on in between the commercial breaks. And as of right now, they're not brawling anymore, but they are still pretty much out there trying to like calm down and and all of that. So Seth is like running. I think he's, oh, guys, this is going to keep going. So he's running through the crowd right now, and he's fighting CM Punk in the crowd. I thought this was going to be over. Nah, dude, these people are getting their money's worth right here in the front section. They're still brawling it out. But it didn't last too long, though. They're separated again. I think this time they really are separated. But
Punk with a wild look in his eyes.
Now Seth's going to the back.
Both these men have to think.
CM Punk is soaking in the crowd's admiration. I think CM Punk's still looking for him. He's going after him. We might come back to them fighting in the back, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I can't tell if this is going to keep going or not. It seems like it, but CM Punk found himself at a roadblock. No, it just seems like CM Punk's selling the fact that he might go after him. I hope they go fight in the back, yo. Oh my God, there's a fan taking a selfie with CM Punk. Well, CM Punk's all pissed off. And I think CM Punk posed for the picture. He's going for it again. That fan, like, really, I'm gonna want to see that selfie if it makes it like to social media, because I'm pretty sure CM Punk actually posed for it. All right, with that being said, that's what do you call it? That's the end of the first segment. Now we're getting into some Alpha Academy stuff here. So let's see what we get out of this. 1 second. Also, guys, go ahead and send me your thoughts on what you just thought of the start of the show. That was definitely a way to kick it off. Let me get into some comments here. 1 second. All right, let's see what everyone's saying. Ramon Silver says opens with a pipe bomb. I mean, obviously it wasn't like pipe bomb level, but it was still pretty damn good. Hold on, let me just message my editor. All right, let's see what else we got. We're on a commercial break here. Ramon Silver, I just read that one. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Tiger Claw Gaming says goodnight. How do we even top that? Zachary Walton says, in the words of Booker T, oh yeah, man. Berry says that was fire. Denise, we got Joe Compton here who says one hell of an opening segment. We got Jay Moscow who says CM Punk. Antonio Rivera says awesome. Carlos V says I'm amazed they let that fan get that close to Punk. Dude, me too. I was thinking that like someone was gonna come and like, you know, be like, bro, you gotta step back. They did not. He got himself a good little moment right there for sure. Pierre Paul says, ladies and gentlemen, I think we just witnessed the pipe bomb 2.0. I'm going to say it was the pipe bomb 3.0 at this point. No, pipe bomb 4.0. Because CM Punk did the pipe bomb, then he did the all-in stuff, and then he also did the, after the all-in stuff, he also did the collision promo, and then this. So he's definitely done quite a bit. Thank you, Pierre Paul. Let's see. Austin writes that CM Punk, way to open. CC Funk says crazy wild. Henry Kiernan says awesome start. Alan Snyder says CM Punk. Nick the Creator says CM Punk had that pissed Stone Cold energy. Love that kind of energy. Whenever you can give any sort of like Stone Cold-esque type of energy, it is like gold right there. We got Stephen Marchuli here who says Brawl was lit. Raphael says lots of madness. Karanga says set the tone. That's what I'm talking about. Dawn says still amazes me with all the hate between them that they can tell a damn good story. They really can. I wonder if they're ever going to like roll the interview that Seth Rollins did, the one where he called CM Punk a cancer. Like they've never used that on TV. I wonder if they ever will. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what else we got here. John Taylor says pissed off Punk is the best Punk. One says Punk going off on everyone was awesome. Haran Wolf, good to see you. Says the ODP promo was awesome. Everyone here is just like loving everything that we just saw.
And pressure, and it has been a wild 7 days here in WWE. dating back to our main
All
event
right, sorry
last
guys, I gotta
Monday
take a
night
Theraflu
for the
break.
Women's
Okay,
World
let's see what.
Championship.
Oh, so we
Bianca
got some
Belair
super
and
chats in here. I'm a little
taking
behind,
on
so let me
Liv
get to them.
Morgan and Watchalong.
Mitaru,
Rodriguez,
thank you so
everybody
much
pretty
again for
tough,
kicking
getting
us off with our
Nobody's
first super
fighting
chat
Cody
of the
Bianca,
day.
obviously swing
Mitaru
favor,
says,
and
"Happy
Raquel
Monday,
Rodriguez
Lisa."
will get
Oh, I
involved.
mean Denise.
Cody
Hope you
Bianca
have a
get
great
back
day
in
and
there.
night. Hope
Naomi,
there's better be some explanation about John
Lots to
Cena's
talk
heel
about
turn
her
last
later on,
Saturday.
but
I don't think it's
Raquel
gonna happen
Rodriguez,
tonight.
the official never saw what happened.
I
Judgment
wonder if
Day.
it'll happen on SmackDown, because from what I know, they haven't
become
necessarily
tag
said
team champs for the
when we're going to
third
see
time.
John Cena
First
again or
women's
when we're
team
going to see The
ever
Rock
to
again.
accomplish that feat.
Like, we're really not too sure on when we're going to see these guys. Cody Rhodes, I don't even know if he's going to be on SmackDown this week. I kind of hope he's like maybe styles in and is gone for a little bit, like a couple of weeks, just to sell the attack. So I don't know when we're going to hear it. Thank you, Mitaru. All right, we got Judgment Day.
Start because it doesn't matter who wins the Women's World Championship because I've beaten Io before, I've beaten Rhea before, and I've beaten Bianca.
Eric says, isn't he supposed to show up on the
But
17th?
that's
I'm
enough
not
about
sure.
me because Raquel, I think it's time to go after the Intercontinental Championship.
You know what? Tonight, I will keep an eye on Ivy and Lyra.
Finn, is everything okay?
What are they looking at? Oh, Finn.
Me? Yeah. Oh,
Finn doesn't even look like
I'm
he's
just happy for you and Raquel, new champs.
Thank you. We're excited.
Even though you lost it to Chamber, but hey, guess we're moving past that, right? What I can't move past is Dom and Carlito getting embarrassed last week by Bron Breakker.
We got embarrassed. You had a chair in your hands and you still backed down from Braun. But if we had another member,
Dom, Judgment Day is fine. We don't need a new member. Let's not play the blame game around here, okay? You know what? Maybe I need to deal with Bron Breakker tonight.
Oh, see, I'm down with that. I want to see Finn versus Braun. That'll be a good match.
Good luck.
Thanks so much. Thank you. I'll see you boys later.
Bye.
hey, what's up with Jade in the chamber?
I don't know, but I'm staying out of it because I told everyone Raquel and I had absolutely nothing to do with it. But that's enough about Jade because tonight is about me and Raquel.
Yeah, all right. I believe you. I mean, of course.
That's true. They got a lot to celebrate. Liv and Raquel. Their names got cleared on the attack on Jade, and they're women's tag team champions. If you ask me, they got a lot of good stuff. Their karma is starting to change. All right, we also got a super chat here from Stephen Marchuli who says, "Hot take: Bianca is the mastermind. Clues include the videotape segment in her reaction."
It's here to get retribution from my buddy.
I see a lot of people still want it to be Bianca, and I keep telling everybody, guys, Bianca was not involved. I don't know if they will probably reveal that later on as her being the mastermind. They could, but I think the better story is this just being Naomi all on her own. Thank you, Steven. But speaking of heel turns, obviously we've been talking about heel turns a whole lot. Bianca's another anticipated heel turn that we are expecting at some point. Thank you, Steven. We got Brandon Rosen in the building who says, "Happy Monday, Denise. Was Toronto cold enough for you?" Dude. I'm going to get back to this. Gunther's about to talk. Hold on. I'll answer that one in a second. Let's see what Gunther has to say.
So before I embarrass you right now, big boy.
Big boy. It's where the big boys play.
Explain something
Well, that's
to you.
WCW. WCW.
I mean, first, I know you're strong. Strong as an ox, actually.
Oh, wait.
And some
Hey.
call you a freak of nature, but to me, you're just a freak.
I just realized we're about to get Gunther versus Otis. Yes, I'm slow, guys. I got the Theraflu going right now.
To me, you belong in the same
I mean, we knew we were going to get this
Jey
last
Uso,
week.
a
but still.
people pleaser that makes a clown out of himself to entertain a degenerate audience. And that does not belong in my sacred ring. And you really believe they cheer you because they like you. But what you don't understand is they pity you. I mean, let's be honest. Come on. For one moment, full honesty. Have you looked yourself in the mirror this morning?
No, do not shame
Well,
Otis.
because I did. And what I saw was me wearing the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh,
as
I
a
thought he was
belt,
going to shame
while
Otis.
you can't find a belt.
I would
like
expect
this.
that from Gunther. There we go. Definitely no Jack Daniels in here.
Buffalo's
Oh,
behind
look,
them.
Otis is
Well, the
getting that
sad thing
stanky
is-
leg ready.
You could be great if you would have a little bit of self-respect. But don't worry, I'm going to teach you something about respect right now.
See, this is actually going to be a really great match. I want him to like surprise
Just
Gunther.
like Jey Uso and WrestleMania.
Oh,
shot by
he didn't need
Gunther.
to do that,
So much
Gunther.
for sportsmanship. The ring is sacred.
You did not
and
need
yet
to
he
do
takes
that to
a
my
cheap
man,
shot
Otis.
on Otis as this matchup gets underway.
Boot to the mouth of Otis to start this thing.
You know, Gunther better not take Otis lightly here. Otis, a former tag team champion, won the Money in the Bank 5 years ago. Tremendous amateur wrestler as well.
Also, a man
I
that
want him
is
to
a
just,
freak of
like-
nature with his strength and his ability
like,
to move. Size
Just
60
get all this
belt
energy and just so
champion
that's what we're
Otis.
seeing right now. Just him go after
Pounding away on the
after
world champ
Gunther.
Gunther.
Take
Otis
off the
is somewhat
shirt,
upset
Otis.
here tonight. Might find himself
I don't know. I like when
picture
Otis
down the
wrestles
road.
without the
Opportunity
shirt.
for the big man, a 330-pounder.
Is that just me, like a me thing?
Bounces off Otis.
I don't know why. It just I prefer Otis without the t-shirt.
And Otis ran into a
The
bootleg
t-shirt
in
makes
the
me feel
face.
like we haven't
Gunther
gotten
now
a
with
go yet.
momentum, and Otis now sent outside the
Ooh.
ring.
I feel like if you gave Akira Tozawa the match you gave him last week, you've got to give Otis a little bit more this week.
Champion. You can't be
And Jay
relying
Grouse
on the
says, I
same
just want to
stuff.
see Otis show his loins.
Otis trying to regroup here. Tozawa and
See,
Maxine
Johnny
are kind of
agrees with me,
ringside.
hates
Now
the
Gunther
t-shirt. I don't know
just
why.
having
I
fun
don't know what it
with
is.
Otis.
Like, I don't like seeing him in the t-shirt. Like, I prefer for him to come out and just be in his gear.
Pounding up, it looks like a little bit.
And
Yes, I agree with Manuel who says, rip the shirt off.
looking to block
Kyle
that
Taylor, agree with you too. Want to see the meat? Exactly. I'm here for the meat, bro.
Otis
Show it to
dragging the
me.
champ outside the ring.
Oh, it's so weird seeing someone manhandle Gunther like this,
The
like
hell's Otis thinking?
holding him up
All
like
the
if
way,
Gunther
slam
weighs
right
nothing.
on the floor.
Our world champions get
See, that,
knocked
come
off
on,
by
Otis. That's the kind of Otis we want to see. All right, we're going to a commercial break. William says, "Wow, Jets mug. I didn't know you were a Jets fan." Yeah, it's one of the things I get made fun of for. And I'm a casual. Well, my husband's a diehard.
Yes, he
I'm a
does.
casual.
And
Anyway, let me catch up here on the super chats, by the way. I left off my brand in here. So Toronto was very, very cold. I tried to not be out that much, and I really wasn't. The only time I was actually outside for quite a bit was waiting for my lift after the show. I had to wait for like 8 minutes, even though I did the priority booking because I was so cold. But even with the priority booking, there was just a little bit of traffic for my Lyft driver to get to me. So I was just like jumping up and down trying to find warmth. And I had a turtleneck, a sweater, a jacket, and pants, and that did not matter at all, dude. I could feel my hands like were just like going cold all on their own. Like I had no control over my body heat at that point. And it was 11 degrees. Guys, I'm not used to that kind of weather. I really, really am not. I'm not. And so I was just like dying, man. And like I felt like my breath was all white. That was kind of fun. I kept doing that little thing to kind of see my breath white because I'd never seen that. That was kind of funny. But one of my favorite movies is The Titanic. And I always thought to myself, you know what? I could see myself as a survivor. Like I would do all these things to try to survive, right? That's my thought process. When I was in Toronto in 11 degrees, I was like, yeah, I would have not survived. I was like, I would not have been Rose in the movie.
Another
I would have been
jaw by
gone.
Gunther
Like, no
drops
way.
Otis in the corner. Can you imagine?
So yeah,
what
I don't know
that
why I was
feels like?
thinking about that,
That
but
is the
that's what
great
I was thinking
equalizer
about.
Gunther has at
Brandon,
this
thank you so much for the
Frying
super
pan
chat.
hands.
We got Sheldon Jackson here who
Dropping you
gifted
in
5
your stride,
DWO
causing your soul to
memberships.
leave.
Sheldon,
Not like
thank you so
John
much,
Cena,
man.
but in action.
We have a lot of new subscribers here on the channel,
Yeah,
so
we'll,
I hope
see that whole story a
some
little
of
bit
them,
later on
you
tonight.
know,
The
got lucky with
Cena
some of these
shocker.
memberships. So thank you, Sheldon.
Gunther
We
now
got Crew Kid
goes into
52 here who says,
Otis
thank you
again.
to your Twitter post. I now have the
Control
lyrics.
the
That
big man.
girl is a one-time teenage drama queen in my head. Okay, first of all, I like love you for knowing that because I wasn't sure how many people were actually going to know that song from Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, Lindsay Lohan Disney movie. And that was my era when I used to watch Disney's and I used to love Lindsay Lohan. So, you know, of course I had her songs playing on my Spotify. Thank you, Crew Kid, for the super chat. We got Steven77 who says, my first time joining Lisa Salcedo's watch along. Yo, for real, Lisa's a star, bro. Denise dead in the mud. Lisa is the real star. Thank you, Steven. We got Dan Lutzka here with a very generous super chat. Thank you so much as always, Dan. He says, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. You see, Lisa's fucking over. Lisa is over. Denise is a jobber. Lisa is the real star around here. That was so funny, guys. I still can't even believe that happened. Could not even believe that happened. It was so funny. And I even said my name twice afterwards just to make sure that The Rock could hear me. I was like, Denise. And going back and listening to the audio, in my head, I thought I said the second Denise louder. But hearing the audio, I realized that I said it at the exact same level. So I didn't even say it louder like I thought I did in my head. So yeah, Dan, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, I think we're back for everybody now on Gunther and Otis. We got Sven Bink here who says, thanks for the watch along, Lisa. Hope you had a good time. You're bestest. You're the bestest. LWO for life. Damn, I went from the DWO to the LWO. Oh, at least now I can wear the LWO shirt. Yeah, see, there you go. And I don't even have to come up with a new logo. I'll just steal theirs. Thank you, Sven. We got Corey MacArthur here who says, he pissed off CM Punk, and I'm loving every minute of this. Hell yeah. Come on, Monday Night Raw. Welcome back, Denise. Thank you so much, Corey. Your enthusiasm always makes me very, very happy. I feel like you write things the way that I would write them. So I feel like we're twins on that aspect. Thank you, Corey. And Gunther just chopped Otis. So let's see what we get here.
And another one.
Thank you, Sven. You saw my IG post. Yeah, I did the
Otis starting to rally a bit, baby.
I inserted the rod saying, it doesn't matter what your name is. So funny.
He said, go on bare skin. Let's have a
yes, here we go. Finally a chop fest. Come on. Meat and power.
The amount of meat.
Oh, and a headbutt by Otis stuns the champion. Down
nice. Otis come on, that's what we want.
Here.
Is Otis going to beat our champion?
God, he's so husky. Love it.
Boot again by Gunther. Stops Otis in his tracks moment.
If you're new here, we love the meat on this channel. But then again, I feel like every channel should love the meat. If you don't, we need to have a conversation.
Another splash.
Couple pieces of heavy machinery here in the
Robert
ring.
McManus says, let's go, Otis. Arnold Nicholson shirt off. You see what I mean? It's so much better. Like now I'm like, look at him. He's powering up, bro.
Gunther caught, slam. Caterpillar.
I will never get over his caterpillar. Dang, Gunther just got a taste of Otis's caterpillar.
No time with that elbow drop either.
Big G says, no bread, no water, just meat. Stuart Bridgman says, just Jacob Fatu love Lisa as much as Denise. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, Lisa's the draw.
Off the second rope, Gunther moves out of harm's way. And there's that big.
Oh, damn. I love the way that Otis sold that drop kick. He just went like
Oh, and
Full
look at
on,
the
straight
close
down,
to the
flat back.
powerbomb
Loved it.
And Otis reversed into a back body drop.
Otis' center of gravity is about 2 feet
Thank
off
you
the
so
ground.
much,
It's gonna
Janica. I
take a
appreciate
movement.
that.
Wait a second.
Clothesline by Gunther. Now a blow to the back.
What's
of
up,
the
Bill
neck of
W. from New York?
Big
Bruce
clothesline,
Phillips,
Otis
Sean
still on his
Taylor.
feet, and another one by Gunther.
Love for Bruce
He's
says,
going
Denise,
off
that
the
sounded
ropes.
so
Brutal tape.
dirty.
Otis down.
Gunther just got
Bruce
Otis's
tonight.
caterpillar.
And they've been
Well,
effective,
he
haven't they?
did he
Once
not?
he realized the chop wasn't going to work, he said, you know what? Let's boot him.
It's the Blue Chew Boys. Everything I say sounds dirty.
The cover. Otis kicks out again at 2, and Gunther trying to figure out what the hell do I do to keep this guy down.
Robert Brosnan says it's so sad. Otis is so underrated and doesn't win anything bout wise. I know. I kind of wish he went on like a run to like really just get him back up there as a top meaty boy. Especially right now that Bronson Reed is gone, we kind of need someone to fill that spot. Like what they were doing with Bronson Reed. Loved that. Can't wait for Bronson Reed to come back, by the way.
To the 330-pounder.
Ooh, nice. Did it like nothing too. Great. That was fun. That was very, very fun. Like I had fun with this match. My favorite part was honestly the chop fest. That was the part I loved the most. That was what I wanted to see. That's honestly what made the match for me. Yeah, drink with me, excuse me, says meat slapping meat. Lewis Day says Gunther has more stamina than Otis. Well, I mean, Gunther's just has a different type of physique. But even then, sometimes it's not even about the physique. Sometimes it's just about like how in shape you are and how much conditioning you have. I once when Tozawa's about to get killed. I once went hiking with my aunt who's like 13 years older than me, and she ran circles over me like in the hiking thing. She's 13 years older, yet she had more energy and more stamina than I did because she's more in shape. And then my grandma too, believe it or not, my grandma could run circles around me. My grandma's like a runner. And she is so in shape, my grandma. And mind you, she's in her 70s, and she will run circles around me, and I will be gassed, and she will not. And it's because she's in shape. I've been noticing that the last couple of weeks, I feel like everything has been mainly focused around Gunther. The last 2 weeks, and Jey Uso kind of just comes out at the tail end. Like they're not really spending a lot of time with Jey Uso out there, like cutting promos or having matches. I feel like the last few weeks it's really just been stuff like this. Oh, there's a A-Town Down Under. Yeah, exactly, Melissa. Don't mess with grandma. Nope. I think I've said this before, but my grandma's kind of famous. My grandma's famous at her park. Like a bunch of people. She had to change parks because she got so popular. She didn't want everybody going up to her, so she changed parks. But she's very popular. People like of all ages, sizes, male, female. Everybody goes up to my grandma and is so amazed by her. That's what I mean by she's famous.
Taking out the trash on Monday Night Raw. Look out from behind. Gunther now with a sleeper on Jey. Gunther using the distraction to recuperate and come up from behind with a sneak attack on Uso. And now a sleeper.
Ooh, Gunther's knees scraped.
Choke out Jey in the middle of the ring. Legs wrapped around Jey Uso like a boa constrictor. Come on. A-Town Down Under ruins a yeet session.
I wonder how they're gonna get this like cooking a little bit more. I mean, at one point I thought we were pretty much done with Seth and CM Punk, and they got that cooking again. Look what they did tonight. They reignited this freaking feud with Seth and Punk. Like legitimately reignited it. I thought we were done with it after Raw and Netflix.
And in the end, Gunther stands tall. with his championship.
All right, let me catch up with some of the super chats here. I'm a little bit behind. I apologize. Mitaro here says everyone chant CM Punk in the chat. Let's effing go. Let's chant CM Punk in the chat. We also got Dan. Thank you, Mitaro. We got Dan Lefton here who says CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Loser leaves Mania. I wonder if they could do like a loser leaves WWE or something. I don't think they'll do that. I think they'll probably do like damn, I don't know what they'll do to make it a little bit different. That's a great idea for the chat. Let me know here, chat, what stipulation you would like to see for CM Punk and Seth Rollins if they run it at WrestleMania. What stipulation would you like? And thank you to everybody who's sending in CM Punk in the chat. Thank you, Dan, for the super chat. We got Kenty in the building. He says, hey, Lisa, you bald fraud. You bald fraud was great. I also like him mentioning the midlife crisis thing because that can be very, very insulting. And think about this. If someone said that to you, someone said that you were going through a midlife crisis, tell me you would not be offended by that. I would be offended by that. I think a lot of people here would be offended by that. So that's good stuff to get under the Rock's skin. Thank you, Kenty. We got John Taylor in the building. He says, shout out to Delisa. Viral press conference moment, Salcedo. BTW first thought when I popped in was Denise looks super pretty tonight. Thank you. It's so funny because one time during a hosting class that I took a hosting class, and when you take, this was several years ago, when you take the hosting class, they basically like nitpick everything about you. Everything about you, the way your hair looks, the way your makeup looks, the way you wear, the way you speak, the way you stand, the way you condone yourself, absolutely everything about you gets picked apart in public, by the way. So like you go up there and you do your little hosting bit, and then the instructor will basically tell you everything that's wrong with you. And one of the things that my hosting instructor told me several years ago was that I could not wear pink. He said, you should not wear pink because it makes you look way too young and you're never going to get hired looking that young. And I was like, oh my God. She said, like, you know, if you look too young, no one's going to take you seriously and no one's going to hire you for any jobs. And honestly, she might be right. And so for years, I stopped wearing pink. I did not wear pink for years because of what she said to me, and I wanted to get hired. Well, now that I work for myself, I can fucking wear pink without having to worry about it. So pink is back. So pink is very symbolic to me for multiple reasons. Okay, so pink is back. All right, no one's stopping me now. Ain't no stopping me. All right. So funny. But thank you so much, John. Oh, and that wasn't even the meanest thing I ever heard from a hosting instructor, by the way. Hollywood, if you ever take any training classes in Hollywood, they are aggressive and they're zero BS. Like they will tell you what it is, how it is, and all of that. But speaking of just polar opposite, completely nice, super, super nice, the Champ 39 just sent in a massive freaking super chat. The Champ 39, thank you so freaking much for this. I know you sent one the day before yesterday, and I thank you so much for sending this again. You have no idea how much this helps. It says, hey, Denise, I asked your opinion about Cena turning heel, and this past Saturday created an unforgettable moment. BTW, I have been a Cena fan since 2004. I remain loyal to him and to Cody's crybabies. Your champion will lose his title at WrestleMania 41. It might actually happen. One of the things that I mentioned in my review video was that I kind of fear that some people might turn on Cody because John Cena as a heel could come across as very cool. There is a chance that they could turn on Cody. I don't know if it'll happen, but it can happen. It's a possibility. So we will see. But Champ 39, thank you so much for the kind super chat. And I'm excited. I wasn't on board yet. I wasn't on board prior to the Elimination Chamber of John Cena turning heel. But once it actually happened, it was done so well. I couldn't help but to get extraordinarily excited about it. So I feel like my mind definitely changed once I saw it play out. Champ 39, thank you again so much for the love.
You got to knock down another one because my journey to WrestleMania doesn't stop at Elimination Chamber. My journey to WrestleMania continues until I walk down that ramp, until I see the 60, 80,000 people there, however many people are there, and I make my own way to WrestleMania.
I loved her moments that she had with Roxanne in the chamber. They're so good.
Down the road at WrestleMania. For now, we're going to take you back.
Also, Champ 39. No, I did not miss your super chat. I hope you caught my my reaction to it. I'm trying to see if you're still in the chat.
Great interview there.
Oh yes, I just saw you. Okay, I just saw you. Yeah, I was just a little bit behind on the super chats. I try not to talk over the promos.
Nile.
I try, and sometimes that backs me up a little bit with the super chats. But yeah, with the CM Punk segment, that lasted like 17 minutes, so that definitely backed me up a little bit. Thank you, Champ 39, though. We've got Crew Kid 52 who says, for the record, I love that movie to death. Oh, me too. I've been wanting to recreate the cover of The Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen forever. Every time I see it, I remind myself that I want to recreate the cover. I might actually do it someday. We'll see. Thank you, Crew Kid. We got Stephen Marchulli who says, do The Rock and Cena have a third man? A lot of people have been speculating on that. I don't know who the third man would be unless it's freaking Travis Scott. I know some people are going to be like, Denise, don't even say it. But I mean, he was part of this big historic moment. Like, they gave him that spot. So I don't know anymore. Maybe we'll even see more of him. Who knows? Thank you, Steven. We got Corey MacArthur here who says A-Town Down Under will never break up. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I think you're right. I don't think they're ever going to break up. I legitimately thought that it was over. After their match with Obafemi, and I could not be more wrong about that. Like, they kept that going. I honestly feel like they just keep forgetting to tell the breakup story. That's honestly what I'm thinking, that they just forgot. They forgot they even said it was. I don't even know if they even realized that was happening on NXT. Don't even know anymore. Corey, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Tracy WB who says, Seth, he deserves his flowers too. Seth did do really good in the brawl. The brawl was very, very fun. So yes, Seth does deserve his flowers for the brawl. Although, Tracy, if you give him his flowers, he might wear the damn flowers as like some crazy ass outfit. Thank you, Tracy. We got John Taylor here who says, Denise, to that hosting instructor, go F yourself, you bald fraud. No, you know, I actually still talk to her. I talked to her not too long ago. And I kind of got over it. Like, I wasn't too mad about it. So I was okay with it. The worst thing I was ever told by a hosting instructor, and this one I'm still salty about it, even though it was like 10 years ago, was she was like just telling me that it was just so mean the way she said it. She said, you are not glamorous. You need to learn how to do your hair. You need to learn how to do your makeup, and you need to look glamorous because right now you do not. And that was definitely the meanest thing that anyone has ever told me from like an instructor. But I got over it though. Honestly, sometimes that stuff, when someone says things like that, it kind of wakes you up a little bit. But yeah, you just gotta have thick skin when you take those kinds of classes because you never know what they're going to tell you. And you just got to be like ready. It's like the LFG, right? When you see wrestlers like get told what they're, you know, what they have to fix. That's literally what it also is with like hosting stuff. Thank you so much, John, for the love. All right, let's see what AJ Styles has to say.
After being interrupted by Logan Paul, but I wanted your opinion on this because you are someone that has a lot of history with both John Cena and the WWE Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes. So what do you make of the ending of Elimination Chamber?
Wow.
I don't even think he has an answer.
John Cena selling out? It's really not that surprising.
Oh, no, it's Karen Cross.
I mean? Oh, wow. I mean,
oh, he flat ironed his hair.
You know how frustrating it is for the new generation of talent not to give you the proper respect. I mean, where does Logan Paul get off talking trash? Stop with this. The song and dance? Really? Your routine? I'm not John Cena. Maybe the WWE Universe needs a reminder
of who AJ Styles is. So I'll tell you what. Next Monday, New York, Madison Square Garden. I call out Mr. Logan Paul.
Oh,
And see if he can back up all that trash he likes to talk.
okay. I'm here for that.
As far as you go, trying to be the devil on my shoulder? God knows my evil ways.
That was easy.
All right, let's see. We got Alpha Academy. Dr. Daniel says Cross his hair laughing cry emoji. Tire Clock Gaming says Karrion Cross entire. IC says Karrion Cross's hair is glamorous. It's definitely glossy. I'll give him that much.
Woo! 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 Oh, yeah.
And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, she is the Women's Intercontinental.
Spen Big says Lyra winning. Oh, yeah, for sure. She's not losing her title yet. She's just getting the ball rolling.
Been a busy couple of weeks.
Nighttish says, do we think Becky returns here? Dude, I have no idea when Becky is returning. It feels so weird, right? Like not having her as part of WrestleMania. Like it's just weird.
Least expected it. Nile came down.
I have no idea if we're going to see Becky Lynch. I mean, we have to see Becky Lynch for WrestleMania, right? Like there's no way we don't. I can't imagine her like that not happening.
What Lyra Valkyria has done since showing up at
Manuel says he doesn't think Becky will be back until after Mania. I mean, it's just hard. I can't. It's Becky, guys, but she's such a big draw. I can't imagine leaving her out of WrestleMania. Like, I really, really cannot. Legit, I cannot see her being left out like that. But it also feels weird because it doesn't feel like there's really like a place for her right now. Well, I mean, granted, it's Becky Lynch. You can have her come in and she can do anything and it'll be fine. But yeah, it's just a little weird. Chris Chaos says AJ Lee versus Becky at Mania. I wish. But I think AJ Lee's like busy doing her own thing. I think CM Punk shared today on his Instagram story, like AJ Lee with I think a little comic book that she wrote or something. So she seems like she's a lot busier on like the creative aspect of her, you know, her interest.
One other time in their career, that was back.
Sub-Zero says, I just started fasting right now. Hey man, more power to you. I've done that a few times, and honestly, once you get used to it, you get used to it and you're able to do it. So I think you'll be okay. You just got to set the best schedule that works for you when it comes to fasting.
Certainly can carry you to the top.
Till the Pickle says we're nearly an hour in. I thought we were maybe 15 minutes in. Yeah, I haven't even checked the clock until right now that you mentioned this.
Lyra can do that, and I mean, with the quickness and grace, Lyra Valkyria will beat your ass.
Back in January on Raw, Lyra beat Dakota Kai in the finals of the inaugural Intercontinental Championship tournament. Nice move and a kick out by Nile off the suplex.
Oh, she has asked the crowd, do you like what you see?
Lyra now driving. Nile to the floor. Valkyria wants a pinfall victory over Nile here tonight to retain her championship.
Absolutely. Prove a point. You can't just attack me from behind, get an opportunity, and walk out of here. Lyra wants to do some damage to Ivy Nile. Send a message and a tone to the rest of the locker room.
Yeah, Valkyria loves to fly as well, but Ivy Nile realizing that with that dragon screw from the second rope. And now Nile continues to work on the left leg of Valkyria. Great strategy by the Pitbull from American Made.
Manuel says, I can't fast. I like food too much. You can eat and still fast. All right, we're on a commercial break, but it'll still play during the commercial. We're on the stream.
Ivy Nile is taking over. Referee Eddie Arango checking on Valkyria to make sure she can continue in this matchup.
Valkyria got the ropes there, earned herself some time, and now on the outside.
Right back to the leg.
Just a boot to the calf.
He obviously learned this strategy from Chad Gable. Submission specialist in his own right. Pick up part of the body and weaken it. So much.
By the way, we are watching Ivy Nile versus Lyra, for those of you who may not know.
Is, but Ivy Nile kind of giving herself a pat on the back.
Kind of a little bit of a slow start.
Not something I would have expected. I mean, granted, she should be impressed with herself, but it's a title match. Maybe not as many victory laps. Maybe get the job done before you start celebrating. There's another leg whip from Ivy Nile. And
John T says, ad for Queen of the Ring looks cool. Oh, I missed it. I'll be at their premiere this Thursday, so keep an eye out for content from that.
Here we go.
They're doing a bunch of premieres, some in Dallas, some in LA, some in New York, and I believe, this Thursday is their Los Angeles one. So I'll be at that. There's some cool names that are going to be there, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I get those interviews. So fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I mean, that'd be a miracle, but
Melissa Cabello says, okay, I missed the first 30 minutes. Oh no, Melissa, that was the best part of the show. If you can, go back and rewind Raw. As long as you watch the first 17, 20 minutes, you're good. That was the best thing we had, so I would definitely go back and rewind. Marky Dark says Tony Storm is. Yes, she is.
Bird can't fly if it's got no wings.
Yuri Black says, how does Bird Lady get away with using woo? It's a different kind of a woo. You know, it's not the same as Ric Flair's woo. Her woo's a little different. It's like, woo!
Lyra take to that
okay, never mind. It doesn't sound that different. It just feels different. It's not like,
woo!
It's like, woo! Do you hear the difference in the woos? I don't know. I think you guys can hear the difference in the woo.
Ivy's got it locked in.
A lot of pain now for Lyra.
What's up, Robert? Thank you so much for the kind comments. All right, let's see. We are back here on
Ivy Nile
Raw.
is taking control of this Intercontinental Championship matchup. She's controlling the champion Valkyria and Pat during
I see, says Zach Ryder to say woo, 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 woo.
Leg of the champion.
Woo, 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 woo.
Continue to stay focused on that left leg of our Intercontinental Champion. A brilliant strategy thus far.
Lyra on one leg now. Scoops up Ivy, rolls through. Can she pin her here and a kick out at 2?
Wasn't able to get full power, full balance.
Nile again going to the back. A bad leg. Backslide. Shoulders down again, and Nile's got a kick out at 2.
Things off balance for Lyra. That's why this strategy by Ivy has been brilliant.
Ivy back in the champ into the corner. Nile, who eliminated Lyra back at the Royal Rumble match. Who has that in her back pocket?
Dill the Pickle says Lyra Wu has a different context. Yeah, it's like yeah, they're just different.
Ivy rolls through though, and look at the power.
Oh, that's why everybody's out here. They're out here trying to decipher the Wu's difference. What's up, Darkly19? Thank you so much for coming in. We also got Melissa Cabello here who says, Denise, what are you live streaming this week? Raw, NXT post show, AEW Dynamite, SmackDown, and Revolution probably on Monday. Since I'm going to be at Revolution, so Reg and I are going to do an in-person show together from my house, so that'll be fun. Although I hope we can do it though, because I got to figure out the tech stuff. We've done it before, but I used to do it on an old laptop, and I don't know if it'll work on my new laptop. So I got to test that up. I got to test that out.
At this point.
Very resilient champion.
Luis A says, let the Woo conspiracies begin.
Countered by Ivy.
Mike C says, NXT watch along tomorrow night. No, not an NXT watch along tomorrow. I will be doing an NXT watch along though March 11th, because that's their MSG show. That one's a little bit of a bigger show, so I'll be doing it for that one. But tomorrow's card doesn't look that. It doesn't look
entirely on that tornado.
It doesn't look like I should. Like, I have to do a watch along for it.
Suplex. Ivy looking to become Intercontinental Champion here tonight.
All right, sorry, everyone. I'm just trying to upload something on Facebook.
Down, legs hooked, and Ivy able to kick at 2.
Lyra's been trying to steal this from Ivy a couple different times now.
Yeah, just has not been able to pick up the pace on that bad leg. Valkyria, oh, great neck breaker.
That's some real force.
And Valkyria now again. Ivy Nile up, looking to put Nile away. Lyra
she's selling the left knee.
Gave out as Nile Takes out the champ from behind.
When she twisted on that knee, obviously it looks like her patella gave out.
And it continues punishing the bad leg of Lyra.
I gotta wonder about these ligaments at this point.
And Ivy Nile now. Oh! Sit down.
Oh, wow. Nice sit down power bomb from her.
Lyra stays alive.
They're doing a good job with this match.
Stays on top of our champion, right to the ankle lock.
They just need to connect with the crowd a little bit more. Like, they're doing good in-ring wise, but they're not, I don't think they're engaging the crowd enough because the crowd's kind of like, you know, they're not really reacting that much to this match. Ooh, but she's like banging that leg in a very horrific way.
Broken in half like a
Damn.
buffalo wing.
Lyra fingertips away from the bottom rope. She's screaming in agony, gonna force
Ooh, I'm glad she got that because that was nasty.
Ivy now taking the proper amount of time after the break to get a little bit extra salty. Ivy Nile has had a brilliant motive tonight in this match.
Lyra, though, go through for the win to retain. Kick out at 2.
Lyra's going to have enough to put Ivy Nile away. I legitimately don't know how she's going to do it one-legged.
Been great strategy by Nile here tonight.
Sub-Zero Q8 says, good match so far. Melissa Cabello says, Denise, you should charge rent for Reg for staying in your house.
Looking to put Valkyria away.
That's so funny. The way Reg asked without asking if he could stay at my place. I thought that was very funny.
Lyra lifting Ivy up on her shoulder.
Yeah, Austin Wright says crowd energy dip. I know, that's what I'm saying. I agree with Icy on this. By the way, Lyra just got the win. I says they need to give Bird Girl more promo time. I agree. I think she's a very lovely person. And like, show us that lovely personality, you know?
Champion Lyra Valkyria.
Yes, I agree. Also, Stuart Bridgman says the same thing, saying they need more TV interview time to connect with the crowd. We got Tay here who says I miss Kiana James. Yeah, poor girl did not get a chance. Unfortunately, that always sucks for people. BTW, do we got any new people here on this watch along? I know we had a lot of new people at the Elimination Chamber watch along. I'm curious if any of you guys had your first time in the watch along that day and then decided to come back for the Raw watch along. Introduce yourselves. Do not be shy.
One leg. What an impressive win by our Intercontinental.
Yeah, I agree, Christopher Douglas. He says that was a great match, but the crowd couldn't care less, unfortunately. Yeah, they need to let Lyra connect with people more. J Grouse 9 says this is my first Lisa watch along. True, it is everyone's first Lisa watch along. Sub-Zero Q8 is new here. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Andrew says, hey, Denise, I'm new. What's up, Andrew? Thank you so much. Michael Caputo here says, this is my first time, too. I'm new here, never been on this channel. Yes! Well, welcome. Thank you so much, man. Darkwing, you are not new. Let's see what we got here. Yuri Black says, oh, yeah, Lisa. That's so funny. Oh, hey, Sick Boy, good to see you in here. Oh, nice. We got Richard Malia who says, greetings from Ireland first. Lisa, watch along. Also, I love Ireland. I think Ireland is one of the most beautiful places on earth. And you are so lucky to live in Ireland. Let me know which part of Ireland you live in. I only got to visit Dublin, Belfast, and some areas outside of Dublin I got to visit. I did like some of those tours. I did the giant causeway. I did the Cliffs of Moher, Barron Way, I think. And the one place with the little bridge. So yeah, I love Ireland, man. I really, really do. Hell yeah, Stephen Drum says I made my watch along debut Saturday night. Let's effing go. Let's effing go. Hell yeah.
Rights and lefts and kicks.
Thank you so much. Let me see who else we got here. Oh, nice. Danny Cook, that second time watching, only found you at Elimination Chamber. Nice. What I love about the big shows is that new people are able to discover the channel through those watch-alongs. So I'm very, very thrilled about that. Steven says I'm a veteran of the Denise watch-alongs, but this is my first Lisa watch-along. Damn, that bitch Lisa is more over than Denise. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all. Zachary Walton says, welcome to Lisa's channel. Oh, let's see what Steph has to say. Steph's got that Crazy lion hair. Oh my God, they're fighting again. Yes, I wanted them to fight backstage. This is what I wanted. Because there's more weapons, meaning more violence. Move out the way, Adam Pearce. Move the security guard out the way and give me the violence I want. Damn you! They didn't give me the violence I wanted. Curse them for that.
You can really feel the tension between Punk and Seth all the way across the arena, and hopefully security is able to get that under control. But in the meantime, please welcome my guest, Dakota Kai. Hey, Dakota, you came up just short in your Intercontinental Championship match against Lyra Valkyria last week, but is that title still in your sights?
Kathy, if anyone knows me, they know I don't back down easily. So yes, I still have the Intercontinental Championship in my sights. I have to settle things with Ivy first, but out of respect for Lyra, I didn't want to get involved in their match tonight. So Lyra can trust you'll be seeing me again real soon.
She will. And I did want to get your opinion on the main event of the evening since you're here. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley taking on your friend, IYO SKY. How do you think that'll go?
Look, Kathy, everyone's been so focused on Bianca winning Elimination Chamber, and yes, she did amazing. But what we're not going to do is write IYO out of the picture so soon. She has been the best in the world for years, and I can't wait to see her reclaim her top spot tonight.
Thank you so much for your time. Yeah.
By the way, thank you so much to Louise A for the very kind
side.
comment. Jay Moscow says they're going to brawl all night. I am down for that. I am down for that. Thank you so much, Sick Boy. I love to hear it. Thank you very kindly. See what else we got here.
Some European excellence makes its way to the ring, and Ludwig Kaiser.
Oh, Tiger Claw says, BTW, anyone else surprised Punk hasn't scrapped an F-bomb yet on Netflix? Maybe not. Hey, well, when it happens, it's going to hit even harder. Let's see what we got here. Brent Hawkins says, Ray Phoenix incoming. Yeah, I'm expecting him very soon. I don't know if he's going to come today, but I think everyone is pretty much speculating that he is making his way over to the Fed.
Everybody in Buffalo just said,
Teresa Kelly, I 100% agree with you. Says, I'm loving the CM Punk we're getting tonight. This is the CM Punk I always want. This is what I love. I agree with you.
You got it from birth. Dude looks down on everybody, folks.
Pretty good, though.
For good reason, yeah.
He's a strange dude.
Yeah, a lot of interesting looks here.
Kaiser's with us here live on Netflix.
WWE in Las Vegas.
Oh man, I thought we were gonna get started already.
Massive shows to team.
All right, let's see who else we got here. What's up, Arthur Thompson? Good to see you, man. Good to see you in here. Let's see who else we got in here.
And the most unpredictable Raw of the year.
Oh man, sorry, I'm doing so much right now. I'm like trying to get all of these things. BTW guys, I'm not sure how many of you guys already follow me on Instagram. I think plenty of you do, but if you don't, Chris, I mention this every week, but Chris does a lot of work for me during these Raw watch-alongs and cuts out clips and moments from the watch-along. And I'm trying to, for the videos, to get more visibility. And a great way to do that is by going in there, hitting the like button, leaving a comment. I read all the comments. Even if I don't read them right away, I get to them at the end of the night. I read comments. I sometimes pick the best ones and share them on my stories. Also, if you click the save or the share button, it really helps the videos like go a long way. He's already posted 5 reaction clips, so if you guys can help those out, that would be really, really great. And then I also posted some other stuff that's doing pretty well. And of course, all of the Elimination Chamber reactions are up, and that's literally just the content that's been going up in the last 24, 48 hours. So please, if you guys get a chance, just search me up on Instagram. It's at
in the city
_ Denise
of
Salcedo.
Buffalo. Of course, Josh Allen,
That would
the
really,
MVP,
really
and
help me
the
out a whole
Bills
lot.
for
It
the
helps
NFL.
out with just
Absolutely.
visibility and getting more eyes on the channel, and therefore more eyes on the YouTube channel and all of that. And if you haven't seen, I'm very proud of this video. Go check out the video I did of the edit of The Rock calling me Lisa. I mean, I'm showing it to you already, but it's funnier with the audio.
And this was
So
moments
if
ago
you guys
during
want
an
to check
interview
that
in the
out,
back.
spam the like buttons. That would be really, really great.
Again, Pat.
Mike Steve says, smash that like button, acknowledge DWO leader. Yes, double S, let's have patience, guys. Denise is multitasking 87 social media channels. Yeah, I'm actually starting this new thing. So usually I upload, I'll tell you right now, Steps on.
Oh, am I putting you in a hell of a position? What are you talking about? I'm making this easy. This is the easiest. What is easy about this? This is the easiest job of your life. All right.
I don't know if
he
it's
screwed
easy.
himself at the Rumble. Okay, I made sure he didn't make it to WrestleMania at the Chamber. And if you don't do something about it, I'm gonna do to him exactly what I did to Roman Reigns. I will make sure he doesn't make it to WrestleMania at all. So this is not.
Oh, it's totally happening.
Him or me. This is the hill I will die on.
So you're just hell bent on fighting to the last.
I want to finish it.
Fine. Then finish it. Next week, Madison Square Garden.
Ooh,
CM
next
Punk
week?
versus Seth Rollins inside a steel cage.
What?
And finish it.
Next
Get on
week?
your bus, 'cause I don't
I'm
wanna see
literally
your face
sitting
again
here going,
until
oh
next
yeah, it's
week.
gonna happen at WrestleMania. And then I'm like, next week it's happening.
Finish it. Make sure he does
What?
not get off of that damn bus. Am I clear? Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh, nice. I'm kind of glad that they're doing this because, you know, MSG doing shows at MSG is always a really, really big deal. So, like, why wouldn't they go all out? But I wasn't expecting that. I thought, like, oh, this is their way of getting this match on, you know, to finally happen on WrestleMania, you know? So I really was not expecting any of this. Wow, Manuel says the same thing. Wasn't expecting that. MSG Steel Cage. Sick Boy says, I'm good with that. Rowdy Cat says, I don't think the match is happening. I don't know, guys. I mean, unless they do a whole situation where, you know, I don't know. I think it is happening. It 100% is happening. I mean, I know we should never say 100% in pro wrestling. Trust me, I know. But given the fact that it's an MSG show, I think they really, really want to really hype it up. What's up, Tanner Blakely? Thank you so much for hopping in. Also, thank you so much to I'll go back to that in a second.
Last week, I'm standing here.
Thank you, Wes. Welcome to the channel.
Your gratitude for Ludwig Kaiser.
Let's see what Ludwig says today.
Exactly. Because last week, I took back what originally always was mine anyway. I took back the attention. The attention that Penta has had for the last couple of weeks, and the attention that I've been deserving for such a long, long time. Yeah, go ahead, boo. Boo all you want. But if you're honest to yourself, you know damn well Ludwig Kaiser is everything he says he is. Ludwig Kaiser is a future world champion, if you like it or not.
Even when he's mad, he's fancy. I'm sorry. He's not the same kind of mad that CM Punk is. They're different kinds of mad.
If you really think that we still have unfinished business, you might want to reconsider. Because what John Cena did to Cody Rhodes last Saturday is nothing compared what I'm prepared to do to you.
Sorry, Ludwig, I can't buy that.
I call you the man who does not know fear, but believe me when I tell you, after Ludwig Kaiser is done with you, you will know exactly what fear feels like. You hear me?
I can't buy it, bro. I can't buy it. He's fancy AF. He's a fancy boy. Exactly. Oh, there's Penta. Yeah,
Kaiser sounds like
that entrance is still fucking sick, by the way. I know I say this every week, but I gotta say it again. The little twirly fireworks are very, very cool. What's up, Gio? Thank you so much for hopping into the stream. Drew Aldridge Boyer, Johnny T, Dave Sheen. What is up?
Brought up by Penta. And the masked luchador. Penta looking to send a message to Kaiser, who now looks to retreat.
I'm wondering if we'll get any indication or hints of Ray Phoenix coming in tonight. If we get any hints or clues or pretty much anything.
Penta's obviously never been pinned here in the WWE.
Lasted longer than anyone in the Rumble this year on the men's side. Kaiser set outside the ring.
Oh, you're not done yet. He's still coming up.
And look at Penta. That springboard clothesline.
It's funny seeing Ludwig Kaiser stumbling with his fancy suit. Oh, nasty. He got him good.
Penta sending another message tonight.
Six Maxwell, good to see you. He says, love that entrance. We got Chris Hype in the house who says, Kaiser is cool. I just think he needs his own gimmick, not the Coke Zero version of Gunther. I like Coke Zero.
It's an experience every time.
But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. We got Gio here who says, hey, Denise, forgot my manners. Great channel, man. Thank you so much, Gio. I appreciate you hopping in here. Thank you very much. We got Manuel here who says, Penta doing the Rumble spot again. Left for Boo says, Penta's music sucks balls. I don't hate it. Doesn't really stand out, but I don't hate it. All right, let's see what Bianca says.
But to say that day was an emotional.
There's Maxine and is that Natalia?
From Jade Cargill's surprising return to her targeting the one superstar that you trust most in the locker room, Naomi. How are you processing it all, and were you able to speak to either of them?
Kathy, you know what? Out of respect for Jade and Naomi, I just really don't want to talk about it until I get to talk to both of them because it's very confusing. It's bittersweet for me because I do feel guilty. You know, I feel guilty because just as sad as I am about what happened, I'm equally just as proud of what I accomplished in that Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it is bittersweet.
Tonight, I'm going to focus on finding out who I'm going to face at WrestleMania. And you have IYO SKY.
Gotta do you.
Who's one of the best in this division.
Gotta put yourself first, Bianca.
Out over the past couple of years, and you have Rhea Ripley, who is one of the most dominant women in this division, and we have both been racing to that mountaintop. But I'll tell you this much: no matter who it is, they're gonna remember why you can't spell WrestleMania without EST.
Yes.
Bianca, thank you.
Bianca's
so
my
much.
favorite, guys.
She's
She's my favorite. And I've been waiting to get Bianca in the singles round again at the top of the mountain. That's what I want to see. That's my girl, Bianca. I just think she's brilliant. I think she's brilliant in the ring. And I'm so excited to see her and Rhea. Hell, let's just say, this is not going to happen, but let's just say Rhea were to lose to IYO. I would even love to see Bianca and IYO. They'd freaking kill it. If they did Bianca, IYO, and Rhea, that would be like a crazy match too. Doesn't matter what combination they do, it'll be great.
Chelsea Green and her security guard, Piper Niven, will be in the house.
Justin Fowler says, Denise, when you interviewed Penta, how come you guys didn't do it in Spanish and have English captions? Just wondering. The reason why I did it in English is because my YouTube audience primarily speaks English. So, and I know this due to YouTube analytics. And so I wanted to do it in English so that I could obviously, you know, have my viewers be able to watch it and understand it. So that's the reason why I did it in English. Yes. Thank you so much, Justin Fowler, for asking.
They're the War Raiders. Eric and Ivar. World Tag Team title match is next. Live.
All right, so we're going to get the Creed Brothers versus the War Raiders. Tag team titles on the line. Even though I at some point want the Creed Brothers to win, I was muted. The tag team titles, I don't think tonight's the night, though.
Guys, we are coming off a
Hold on, Jackie.
They haven't hinted at them winning the tag titles right now.
The Rock. I love the Elimination Chamber, and if you're looking for another soul, I am A-Town down.
All right. I'm going to ask you what I think everyone in this building here in Buffalo wants to know. We just saw you sneak attack Jay Uso.
Sneak attack? What about last week when he super kicked me? Was that a sneak attack? You sound like you're a big Jey Uso fan. Kind of like Austin Theory.
For real, let's not do this tonight.
No, let's not do it. But Jey Uso, here's a message for you because you're a lot like Buffalo and Josh
I
Allen.
just said, in other words, Denise did what's best for business. I'm dead. You're so right. I'm dead. That's so funny. Plus, once I realized how good his English was, I was like, screw it. We're going to do this interview in English. Plus, it's also less work for me. I don't have to transcribe or anything like that.
The fairy tale ends
Johnny T
before
says my
Mania,
6th grade
Jey.
Spanish is
When I stand
rusty.
above you and I
You just
say
got to practice. That's honestly the best way to like learn any language is just consistently practicing. What's up, Carlos Larry? Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, I guess everybody here will do it with me, right?
We also got Arnold Nicholson Jr. here who says Natty Neidhart will be doing Bloodsport at WrestleMania. Oh shit, I didn't know that. When did that news come out? I missed that. Thank you so much for letting me know, Arnold. We got Crew Kid 52 who says Josh Barnett just tweeted out that Natty's going to be at Bloodsport. That sounds awesome. Holy shit, that's freaking great. I love how open Natty is to just doing so many different things. So great to hear that. Thank you so much for letting me know, Crew Kid. Yeah, I completely missed that. Thank you, Crew Kid. We got Tracy WV88 who says, so Denise, what's your Waffle House order? Love Malcolm. Malcolm's so funny. Malcolm was sitting directly behind me when he asked The Rock that question. It was so hilarious. My order is the waffles, the eggs, the sausage, and I've only gone to Waffle House one time, so that's what I ordered the one time. I think I might have even tweeted it out. I'm not sure if I did or if I didn't. Yeah, I've only ever had Waffle House one time. I do wish I could go a little bit more to Waffle House, but just what it is. Although there's a lot of different breakfasts. Oh, the biggest thing that I was surprised about for Waffle House was how inexpensive it is. Now, mind you, I was in St. Louis when I had Waffle House, and I don't know if we have any people here from St. Louis, but the pricing for St. Louis food at Waffle House versus, for example, IHOP here in Los Angeles, I was floored. I was floored. I could not believe how much money I spent. It was hardly nothing. I was in shock. You know what? Hold on, because I know I texted. I called my mom. I called my mom, and I called my mom to tell her how cheap it was, and she couldn't believe it either. Like when I told her everything that I got. Hold on, let me see. Damn it, I don't think I thought I had the con. No, I do not. Damn it. No, it's because I called her. That's what happened. So I don't have the messages anymore. But I remember the price being like really, really low. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock. Like I couldn't believe how much food I got for like that cheap amount. So yeah, Tracy WV, thank you for the super chat.
From around the world.
Yeah, Nick the Creator says St. Louis is hella cheap compared to LA. Legit. I called my mom about it. I called my grandma too. I'm like, so I told them I went to Waffle House. This is what I got. I told them everything that I got, and then I said, how much do you think I spent? And they gave me like their total, and I was like, no, it was this. And they were like, what? Everybody was shocked. So yeah, it was amazing. I even gave a bigger tip that day because I'm like, no, this doesn't feel like, this feels weird. I feel like you gave me food for free. We got Bear Hudson here, who's been a DWO member for 22 months, and says Denise is a badass trailblazer inspiration to me. Bear, thank you so much for always sending in so many thoughtful messages here on the streams. I really, those really boost my spirit up. So thank you so much, Bear. And for being a member now for 22 months. You know this guy? What's up, a pro wrestling guy? I'm doing good. Raw's been a great show today, honestly. What's up to Wilbur, who says Waffle House is the best. That's some good stuff, man. All right, let's see what's going on with Chad. Nitish says, what is Chad looking for?
Gable?
I'm not sure. Who is that?
I was waiting for you. So you're the guy?
Like a old man with
You're
a
the
beard?
one that's going to help me beat the luchadors? You cannot fight what you don't understand. You must become Lucha.
I've traveled too far to get here. I'll do anything. Come on. What do I got to do?
What's in the box? What's in the box? From the movie and from How I Met Your Mother 2 and Robin makes that joke. What's in the box? Yo, that movie was crazy though. 7? Crazy.
You now will power beyond your understanding.
Is it gonna be a lucha mask? Oh, we're gonna have to wait.
Okay,
Oh man, I wanted to see me. I'm thinking it's a mask, right?
Junk box.
I feel like it has to be a mask.
I don't know how that's gonna
We'll
happen.
see.
Well, 3 weeks ago,
Ben
War
Big
Raiders
said
and
steroids in that box.
Three
You
brothers.
get them cheated
This
for
is for the World
Mexico.
Tag Titles,
Nah, bro,
but,
it's Mazapanes. He wanted Chad Gable to
This is all about
he
sending
wanted
a
Chad Gable
message.
to experience true Mexican candy.
Next week, and I will beat the hell out of Lyra every single week until I get my chance.
And then the War Raiders got some payback with the attack on the Creed brothers. Leads us to another World Tag Team Championship match here tonight. What was in the box?
I have no idea. Chad Gable traveled a long way to get hustled, but hopefully there's something in there that can help him become a better human. That's what we're all wishing for. But Raw
All right, it's time for the
is war.
Maybe it was a late VCR.
Been there, brother.
All right, cool. A pro wrestling guy says the mask would be unlockable in WWE 2K25. Ben Big says, what about tamales? Bro, I wish someone gave me a box of tamales. I'd be thrilled. Crew Kid 52 says, I feel like the American audience is missing a lot since the majority don't have the international version. You're so true. Wait, did you guys not see that? That did come out for everybody, right? The Chad Gable thing?
Yeah, and that's why you have two.
Please tell me that came out for everybody, because that was such a key little thing that they did that I can't imagine that didn't come out for everybody.
Very opposite things.
So I hope so.
Nile
Yes, Latish, I am using a VPN. Okay, good. That did come out for everybody. I was about to say, I hope that people didn't miss that. But yeah, there are a couple of things here and there that I do think would be great for everybody to see. The only things that I feel like haven't been that great are usually the interviews that they do in the stands with the people. Usually those aren't anything special, but the stuff in the back is usually pretty good.
Calling for your head.
Yeah. People saying
Thank you so much, Crew Kid 52, for the super chat. And that's why I hope if anybody here doesn't get to see some of that stuff, they at least get to hear it here on the stream. Thank you, Crew
in the
Kid.
way that I would wish they would do it as they represent our country.
We got everybody thinking it's a mask. It's got to be, right? Thank you, Kevin
And it's
Simpson.
Eric starting things off against Julius in this matchup.
Who else we
These are
got?
teams, former NXT
Here.
Tag Team Champions. They met twice.
Spen Big
down in
says old
NXT.
man gave him Mexican blue chew.
War Raiders won the title.
He gave him Vicks,
Tag
bro.
titles back in
That's
December.
speaking of which, I got my Vicks.
Of Judgment
I
Day.
bought a Vicks humidifier,
Buffalo wings, Jack
and
Daniels.
it's great because it's the humidifier, but Vicks comes out of it.
So many great things
So
going
I've
there.
actually had that on since Raw started.
These two, we'll
I
find
used
out.
it to like clear my
Oh,
pathogens,
man, what a roll
my
through. This is the
pathways,
athleticism
whatever.
and the ability that these Creed brothers have.
Stop to
that
finish my
certainly have to have the
Theraflu.
world on
One
notice.
last gulp.
Brutus now pounding away on Eric.
Two Ohio
It got
brothers.
cold already though. I'm supposed to drink that warm. But now it's all done. Theraflu done.
All-American.
Next Theraflu will be in 4
times in
hours.
their career.
Cyclops is better than Wolverine says. Got Chad on Florence Avenue sounding like a cop.
Double team.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Where do you live? How do you know Florence Avenue?
You're talking
Let me
about
know where you're from, bro.
real deal talent.
I was gonna say, how do you know Florence?
They be able to keep their heads tonight.
I'm legitimately
in this title
curious.
fight.
Where are you from? Because I'm like, I feel like unless you're from this area, you don't know Florence Avenue.
Look at it. Isolate Eric. No, Eric now with a big slam.
Carlton Linebark says there's a Vicks humidifier. Yeah, you can buy it. I
Birthday
think
boy in
at
the ring
CVS.
and laying out Brutus. Creed brothers, nice little distraction there.
Tiger Claw
On
Gaming says
eyeball.
Denise trying to dox
Tag
people now.
Julius
Knowing where you
Creed,
live is
6'3",
not
239
doxing.
pounds.
quick
Unless
tag
you
here
give
by
me
the
like
Creed
your
brothers.
full address, like you live at
I mean, Ivar blows
122
right through that one.
5956
Now Ivar, holy,
Baby
uber
Street.
athletic for a man his size, and he takes out the Creeds. Tag again, and here comes Eric.
Just finished another trip around the sun. Still got it. The
All
champs
right,
in
let's see what we get out of
control.
this.
Sent into the corner.
War Raiders and
Collision
Creed
with
Brothers.
Eric and Julius. Now Brutus.
Kim Jong-un says
Slam.
box of churros. I'd love, actually, you know, I'm not really that big of a churros
That takes some
person.
strength in its own right. Dumping the 330.
I have to be in the mood for churros. And it has to be in the right place, because if the churro doesn't taste good, some people don't know how to get the good consistency for a churro. So it really has to be like the perfect consistency. If not, it kind of tastes like ass. So you need the good consistency and the good churros.
You can tell by these War Raiders, they just like to fight.
Wait, CC Fun says there's a Florence in Detroit. There's a Florence in Detroit? What?
Drops Ivar
I can't believe it.
Tag made Brutus legal,
I
and here
can't
comes the
believe
double
it.
team. Creed Brothers looking to win the world tag titles. And they be well on their way.
Hey, yo, Gable, TTC, we're bringing those tag team titles back, baby. It's American made in this thing.
Thank you so much, Poke Matt, for coming into the
These boys are
stream.
flexing their
Thank you for the
accomplishment and
love.
knocking Ivar
And I didn't know
senseless.
Connor was sick. Oh
Him falling
no,
off that
he
top
probably
rope
got
on
sick
the
in
register on
Canada
the Richter scale
because I'm
to be
sick
clear.
too. That's why I got the Theraflu. I got the Ricola. Although I feel better today than I did yesterday. Yesterday I felt like death. Well, I mean, not like death. I'm exaggerating. I've been way sicker in the past. Oh, never mind. I've been on a scale of 1 to 10. I was at a 2, which is very, very low. So really not that far. Alan's like, there's more Florences. Yeah, well, I know the Florence. The Florence in LA. That Florence. That's the Florence I know. CC Fun says he grew up on Florence. Interesting.
Creed Brothers in control of the
We got
War
Zachary
Raiders.
Walton, who says the best churro I ever had was in San Antonio. You get it right out of the fryer. Hey, what's up, Godfather Dom?
Good double team from the Creed
Cyclops
Brothers.
is better than
Brutus
Wolverine.
rolls in
Says
with the
only
greatest-
Florence I know is LA
Another quick
in the
tag.
F13
Ivar's
area.
And look at
Lol.
Julius go. And the Creed Brothers just picking up the pace here tonight.
Interesting.
Kip up now by
Interesting.
Julius.
Infamous DJ once says, "Don't blame Canada, blame yourself." Terrence Johnson says, "I tried street corn flavored Cheetos." What? I have not tried those. I didn't even know those existed. Terrence, where are you getting these street corn flavored Cheetos?
A couple weeks ago, they had them. And then they
I've
lost
been
all
in the
their
last
cool and
week or so.
control
I've
and
been enjoying the jalapeno flavored
Gave it away.
Cheetos. Those are so bomb.
Cover now
So bomb.
by Brutus. Hook of the leg and a kick out.
American Made
What's
has
up,
no
Gerard
goal.
Clark?
As we
Gerard
talked about
Clark.
numerous times, Chad
I've been
Gable's out.
practicing.
Pat Galley's down in
Nice to
Mexico
see you on the
somewhere.
stream. How are you?
Ivy now just lost to Lyra Valkyria.
Brandon's like,
And the Creed
everybody
Brothers are in
blames
control.
Canada.
I still want to know what's in the box.
Hey, I like the
I don't know,
Canadians. They
anytime
have
you gotta go past the big
amazing
market, turn
Wi-Fi.
right, walk down an alley and meet a man
I
who
was
has a shadow
thrilled
over
at
his
how
face.
great the
You have to
Wi-Fi
wonder
was
what
at
it's gonna be.
Rogers. And then I found out during the
$500
stream
cash
that
over.
Rogers is an actual
Try to be
internet
the luchador.
service. I had no idea, by the
There's
way.
lessons in that
So
box.
it made total sense as to why they had really good Wi-Fi.
Ivar trying to make a tag there. And a blow right
Marshman
to the back
96
of the
says,
neck
if you're
by
sick, you need
Julius Creed. They've
pozole.
done a great
You're going to hate
job
me, and
bringing
all
Ivar
Latinos are
down.
going to hate me, but I don't like
Julius can
pozole.
fly around with the
I
best
know,
of it, but his
everyone yells
power
at
is
me
something that
all the
cannot be
time.
underestimated.
I don't like pozole, and I don't like menudo. And
shot from
everyone
Ivar.
yells at me all the time. Whenever I go to parties, and I'm like, oh, like, what are you guys serving? And they're like, oh, we're serving
Buddy,
pozole.
back to
I'm like,
blow now.
I don't want pozole. Everyone gets so mad. They're like, how do you not like
American
pozole?
made
And I'm
boxer
like,
pace
I
to
just
be,
don't.
but
And then
it's
I
been
go to parties,
successful
and I'm
so
like, what are you
far.
guys serving? And they're like, oh,
Down
we're
to these
serving
War Raiders
menudo.
for sure.
Oh. And then they're like, how do you not like menudo? I'm sorry. I just don't. That's the
This
one.
is about
See,
the
I
World
knew
Tag
it.
Team
Kevin Cabess
titles.
is like, what?
The Creed Brothers versus
I
the
told
War
you.
Raiders, and
People
Brutus and
are
Julius have been
always,
dominating.
always shocked by that.
The
What?
power from
I'm
the
shocked
Creed
by this.
Brothers.
Maxie says he's
Double
Italian and he hates
Ivar.
Italian food, so I understand. I imagine you only hate some of it, though, not all of it, right?
That could be
I
it.
love
The
Italian
kick out
food.
at 2.
I do love
Julius thought he
Italian
was
food.
a tag
Manuel
team
says I'm with you
champion.
on
Yeah,
that.
got a
Oh, hey, what's
bit
up,
ahead
Manuel?
of
See, I'm not
himself
alone
there.
with this. Jay Grouse
Creed
says
Brothers
Denise
have
just
been
likes chicken
working and doing
tendies.
it.
July 26th says I was going to sell my soul to Denise, but then she said she hates menudo and pozole. I do. Oh, it's such a bummer. I hate when I go to parties and like that's the only option to eat. I'm like, no.
And Julius now trying to prevent Ivar from getting to the corner to Eric. Ivar creates some
Oh, we got a
space.
bunch
Can
of
he
people
get
that don't
there?
like
And he
menudo.
does. Tagged
Good,
Eric.
I'm not alone.
And
I
here
also
comes
don't like
Eric now.
lengua.
Eric in like a
When they make
bat out of
lengua,
hell.
ugh, I hate lengua. Blech.
Ducks
And it also
underneath.
has like a weird smell whenever you make it. Ooh. I used to tell my grandma, like when she used to make it, I'd be like, please do it. Make the lengua on a day that I am not home. And I would come back and I'm like, someone made lengua in this house. It would make me so mad.
Yeah, but a big drop kick.
This isn't like arroz con leche.
Eric is
What?
fired up.
I like arroz con leche, but in small increments, you know?
And, the war
And big
chant
went out with a
here
girl who had a
in
pickle
Buffalo.
phobia. I don't blame her. Pickles are disgusting.
Bunch of warmongers in here for the War Raiders.
Mike C says, my pizza can't have tomato sauce in it. I don't need any macaroni or pasta. I hate it all. I don't need anything Italian food related.
Goes Julius.
Shit.
Over to retain and somehow
I
a
love
kick out.
pasta. I love like gnocchi.
Man, what a
So
double team
good.
move
I
by
love
the champ.
pesto.
Absolutely. Throwing Julius back and
Love
forth
it.
like he was a baseball.
Brandon Rosen says, ever try poutine? I did try it once in Vancouver.
Complete control.
I
This
don't
is
think
why they're our
I think I
champions.
ordered my poutine with too much because it came with like
Again, double
all of
team
these
coming.
things on it.
There's the
And I
power.
think I should have gone with plain
Julius in deep
poutine
trouble. Lands on
because
his
all
feet,
the extra
however.
stuff
And now
just
Julius
didn't
with a
really
knee to
land
Eric.
for me. So I feel like I
Ivar
tried the
steps
wrong
shoulder first into the
poutine.
corner of the crease.
Thank you,
Better
Brandon.
chance.
They absolutely do.
Oh, belly
Cole
to belly
says
throw.
tripas.
Eric almost
Barf.
thrown out of the
I also
ring.
don't like
Tag.
tripas. I do love
Always
tortas,
telling
Manuel.
brother
Are you
to
kidding
get
me? Love them.
In the sky.
My favorite torta
Big angle
is
slam, and
beans,
now
queso fresco. Nice.
you gotta be kidding me.
That was very great.
Cover by Brutus and a kick out.
Beans, queso fresco, sour cream.
450 from Brutus.
Believe it or
Creed.
not, the simpler the better.
Are you
Or
serious?
if I want to have some
What
meat, I'll
that
add
says
some
by the
some carnitas to it. So it'll be
280
carnitas, beans, queso fresco,
incredible.
sour cream, maybe some guacamole.
These Creed brothers are something special.
But I like my
So are
tortas
the
relatively
War Raiders.
simple.
That's why they're our champs.
Rafael Smith says, I love Mexican and Italian foods. Same. David Caplan, good to
Eric,
see
Eric.
you. He says, hey,
Not
Lisa,
even
great
gonna
show
tag
the other day.
Ivar,
Did you
nowhere
see
to be
anyone
found.
other than
He is a
Lillian?
breather.
Also, was that the
Elbow
first time
to
he
the
called
face now of
on
Julius.
first? Thanks, Lisa.
Julius with a couple of right hands.
So yeah,
Like the
Lillian
beard
was the only
protected
person
that
I
chop a
ended up
little
seeing
bit.
in the press box.
Julius
There wasn't anybody else that I saw.
Complete connection. Big
And then
right from Eric, right
I've
to
been called
Julius'
on first
face.
a couple of times. I
Ivar
can't
makes the
remember
tag.
all of them, but I have
Julius
been
doesn't
called
know
on
that, though.
first
Leaps
a
up to
few
the top
times.
rope.
I think
the last one was Rhea.
Big superplex.
I think I was called on first for Rhea.
Is it legal?
I think I don't remember. I'm sorry.
One leg.
Moonsault by
It's
Brutus.
they're all a blur to me now. I can't remember when was what happened or who I asked or what happened. They're all just a big giant blur. But no, it definitely has happened a couple of times. Thank you, David.
Ivar heading up to the top rope.
Oh, he's such a beautiful moonsault. Especially because he's so like thick. Hey Sherry, thank you so much for tuning in. Carnitas is prime. Nice, beautiful, beautiful shooting star. We got Terrence Johnson who says, I got the Cheetos at Walmart. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for those. Thank you, Terrence. D. Martin Phipps says, I'm Filipino and I love Filipino food, which includes our version of menudo. Nice. Nice. I've never had Filipino food. I don't think I have. So feel free to send in some recommendations on what I should have. Although I would have to Google where I can get Filipino food. I'm sure there's a place where I can go. I just don't know them off the top of my head. Thank you, D. Martin
Again,
Fifth.
they still have not been able to put the War Raiders away. Big kick
Tracy
by
WV
Ivar,
says,
tag
did you
made
see
Eric
Tom
Lee.
Campbell, Celine Dion Cena turn video? No, I didn't. But I think I did one like a few weeks ago on Twitter. Not on Twitter. I'm sorry. On Instagram. I put the Celine Dion song on the Rock Cody segment where The Rock was touching Cody's face on Instagram. I did that like when it happened. So yeah, thank you, Tracy.
Eric sends Julius outside.
Oh, thank you, Chris. I appreciate that.
Running,
What's up, Michael's Wrestling Channel? Thank you so much for tuning in. Kevin Cabeza says, do you like birria? Not really. I know, I'm super picky. I'm a very picky eater.
Team coming.
There were some good power moves in this matchup, by the way. See, I knew that War Raiders were going to retain. Like, the Creed brothers, like I said, are going to be tag team champions at some point. It's just not time yet.
The World Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders.
What an incredible tag team championship battle the Raiders retained, but how good do the Creed brothers look tonight?
Yeah, the Creed brothers certainly put on a show. Had it in the palm of their hands until the entire body of Ivar smashed Julius, was set up for the War Machine on Brutus. And that's all she wrote. And still, our tag team champs, the War Raiders. I don't know how they beat.
All right, we're down to like pretty much the last bits of Raw. We probably have about 30, 40, 50 minutes left. So let's see. Obviously, we're still waiting for Rhea versus
Everyone's
IYO.
talking about Saturday, an elimination chamber, and of course the situation with The Rock and John Cena and Cody Rhodes, which we'll see a little bit later on. But how about the unsanctioned matchup between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens?
Oh, that was epic, man. That match with Sammy and Kevin Owens, so freaking good. And I loved how everybody loved that match, by the way. Like, literally everybody.
The following contest is unsanctioned.
Poke Matt, too. This loves his pasta so much. Previously preferred the pizzas the most, but have the restaurant called Geppetto's in Melbourne.
Responsibility.
Fettuccine carbonara. Ooh, that sounds delicious. I love me some fettuccine. Jay Moscow says that match was insane. It really was. It was so good. Hey, what's up, Marshman96? Thank you so much for coming in. Double S says gnocchi is awesome. My grandma taught me how to make it. Ooh, I wish I knew how to make gnocchi. So good. So good. Chris Hype says Elimination Chamber itself is practically flawless. It was a great show, man. Really, really great show. Double S says match of the year so far. Mike Cepeda says, did Ivy or Lyra win? Lyra, yeah, she definitely retained. Jordan Williams says, what were your thoughts on that crazy Elimination Chamber match at the end? It was so exciting to just like see how it all turned out. I was just more so flawed by the execution of it all with the facial expressions John Cena made, the hand signals that The Rock made, the way that they attacked Cody. I loved that it looked really brutal because for me, if you're going to do an attack, it has to be mean and violent and nasty. And that's exactly what that was. And so I couldn't be more thrilled about it. It was very, very fun. Very, very fun to see. Thank you, Jordan. Tom Milligan says, I felt like the barbed wire chair spot needed blood. Oh, I mean, I would have loved to see blood in it, but I feel like maybe they didn't because of the attack that was going to happen later on in Cody Rhodes. That one had blood. And sometimes in wrestling shows, they don't want to overdo the blood. So there's times where like that's part of creative decision making. It's like, okay, which matches are going to have blood, which ones need blood. And so sometimes you don't want to overdo the blood so that when it does happen, it comes across as a bigger deal. And so I have a feeling that that's probably why you didn't see blood in that match.
And the look that Kevin
We got the infamous DJ One who says 5-star show was Chamber. Great stuff, man. Let's see. Thank you, Hassan, for the kind comment. The bangs are banging today. Woo woo. They banged like maybe 2 times a week. After they probably won't bang tomorrow. The infamous DJ One says I actually thought the women's chamber was better than the men's. I don't blame you. I think top to bottom it was very, very good.
Done, New Day. Last week.
And the men's one I thought picked up once John Cena got in there.
But you can't take our hearts. And you can't take.
Jay Grouse says, Denise, what are your thoughts on that one wresler who's the IWC burner account that has over 20K followers? I've been meaning to ask Sean who it is. I know Sean would probably tell me, but I keep forgetting to text him about it. But maybe I also don't want to know because I don't want to accidentally like say anything. But can I be honest? I'm not surprised by this at all. at all. Just based off of stories that I hear,
You definitely should.
I was not surprised at all.
But you got
Like, at all.
And
And I'm pretty sure there's more than one. Like, let's be real. I'm pretty sure there's more
Enjoy
than
it,
one.
Xavier. Savor it, Kofi. Because next
Mike
week,
Caputo says my favorite Italian
Glenn and
dish is
I,
lasagna.
we are gonna give you the worst
Vegetable
Monday
lasagna is the
of your
bomb.
life. When you face us in a tornado tag match.
All right, tornado
You know what
tag
that
match.
means?
Okay.
That means no tags. That means no disqualifications. Just 4 of us throwing down. Let me just say how proud I am of my group. How proud I am.
I'm glad they
of
gave
my
the LWO
Latinos.
promo time.
And how proud I am to say this in my language. New Day, vale madre. New Day sucks. New Day sucks.
They fired up.
All right.
Rey Mysterio in the LWO.
Mickey Creator says that MSG Raw is going to be lit next week.
World Championship here
Double
tonight,
S of things,
live
guys. Now
on
I'm hungry.
Netflix. The #1 contender, IYO SKY. One of these two women.
Go, EO. Light it up.
WrestleMania against Bianca
Godfather
Belair.
John says Rey Mysterio
It is
has
our
it.
main event
Flip.
here tonight on
He
Monday
never
Night
lost
Raw, live from Buffalo on Netflix.
What's up, Helen
The
Snyder? Thank you so
Eradicator,
much for hopping
Rhea
in, man.
Ripley versus the Genius of the Sky, IYO SKY, live on Raw.
Ooh, thank you so much to everybody, by the way, who is spamming the Instagram account, leaving comments, all of that. It's so appreciated. So thank you so freaking much to everybody who's showing some love on the Instagram page. Ooh, let's see what Bron Breakker says.
Well, Bron, you currently find yourself in the crosshairs of the Judgment Day, who we all know use numbers to their advantage. How concerned are you about how to handle that?
Yeah, Jackie G, mine.
Oh, damn, he's going to hold the mic
Dogs
himself.
here in Buffalo. Look, to answer your question, I didn't have a problem with the Judgment Day until about a week ago. Okay? It takes courage to do what the Judgment Day members do. It takes courage to be Dominic Mysterio, to walk around with a Dirty Sanchez mustache all day long.
Dirty Sanchez
It takes
mustache.
courage. It takes courage to be Carlito, the Apple Man. I mean, you know what they say?
The Apple Man.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, I just
But
said
you
that
better
last
stay
week.
away from that Bron Breakker and his spear, because I hear it strikes fear. But if it's a
That's
fight
so
that you're looking
goofy.
for, or maybe even a grapple, I will gladly kick all your asses. How about them apples?
That was one of the goofiest promos I've ever heard Bron Breakker cut.
Good bark. Which brings me to Finn Balor.
Oh, there's Finn.
Ask and you shall receive.
I don't think he was meaning to intro Finn Balor.
Tiger Claw Gaming says, love Braun, but who wrote that? Vince? I know, that's very like Vince-like for sure.
Finn Balor coming out here alone,
Was a little silly.
staring up to the position in which Bron Breakker is standing in the crowd. I was excited to hear what Braun was going to say about Finn.
So is this match happening tonight or what?
Might still be able to.
I don't think so. Doesn't seem like it. They're probably going to make it for the MSG show.
Hey, Bron. The only reason you're still Intercontinental Champion is because the Judgment Day have allowed you to remain Intercontinental Champion.
The reason that I am still Intercontinental Champion is because I'm a dog.
That's always fun.
Last I checked, Finn, last week, I embarrassed all of the Judgment Day.
Embarrass the Judgment Day, huh? Embarrass the Judgment Day. Bron, my name is Finn Balor, and I chew up little rookies like you for breakfast because in this ring, I am untouchable.
Untouchable.
That's right, I am untouchable, and I can take that title from you anytime I like.
Then do it now, Finn. Do it now. I'd like to see you try.
A little bit smarter than you look.
Just
up there hiding behind Jackie because you know that the first time you step in the ring with me, there ain't gonna be no dogs barking. No, they're gonna be watching me put you down.
Between Patel says, do you think we'll see Demon Finn soon? I've been waiting for Demon Finn for a very long time to return, but still nothing. Still nothing.
Sold out in Buffalo. Well, Balor asked for it, Pat.
He certainly did.
Rally caps like jelly. Jack, you like what I got to do with this? I know, for real.
Make that long walk down toward the ringside area. Breakker up over the barricade and Balor, and look at this, Carlito.
Where did Carlito come from? He just showed up out of nowhere.
Judgment Day set up here.
Where the hell did Carlito come from? Doesn't matter.
That's literally what I just said. Me and Pat McAfee are on the same wavelength.
Dirty Dom taking out the trash, and there he goes.
Dirty Dom also came out of nowhere.
Breakker in Buffalo. And now Finn looks a bit more concerned. His plan didn't quite work out.
That was really Finn's plan.
And now, swing play by Finn Balor, and now gonna pound away on the Intercontinental Champion Bron Breakker, so maybe it will pay off for Balor. Balor, nice takedown, stop to the midsection. And Balor's fired up. Did he take the Intercontinental title away from Breakker?
He ain't taking nothing from Bron Breakker.
Look at the military press. Wow.
The dogs are barking at Buffalo.
Oh, and thank goodness
someone always, it's the same thing with the Judgment Day all the time. Someone almost always gets attacked, and then someone always gets saved. Every damn time. With Liv, with Dom, with Finn, with all of them. With all of them. We got McTaro here who says it's Trap Bron Breakker. McTaro, thank you so much for the super chat.
Because Carlito just stumbled his way out of the top.
Yes, good. Glad someone got a nasty spear.
See how quick he turned that corner. This man's speed is unparalleled.
Ron took out that bad apple.
Yes, he did.
So I got a question, Pat. If you're the Judgment.
All right, I'm totally ready for Rhea versus IYO already, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the match already.
Bron Breakker.
I have no idea why anybody would want to stay in Bron Breakker's way, but that's the Judgment Day.
All right, well, in the meantime, while they talk about stuff, I will talk about stuff too. Not sure how many of you guys are on Facebook, but I do want to take a second to promote my Facebook page while I'm here. I also post like reels and stuff on Facebook. Just search up my name on there. Let me see. Can you see that? Is that coming through? Whatever. I think you guys can kind of see it. You guys know how to spell. Anyways, if you haven't already, head on over to Facebook. I'm trying to grow the page. Sometimes Facebook likes me, sometimes they don't. So go in there, hit those like buttons, spam the page, leave some comments. I always am reading comments and seeing stuff like that all the time on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I spend a lot of time like reading what people have to say and responding and having conversations. So yeah, if you haven't already, go to Facebook and check out some of those videos.
That you never knew existed. every dream you
All
ever
right,
had.
done.
I can make come
Infamous
true.
DJ says people still use
I
Facebook
just need you to be
JK.
my
I'm
champion.
telling you, it's very popular, guys. Like, a lot of people go in there and, you know, watch this stuff.
My soul.
And some of my videos do good, some of them don't. It's like you just never know what's gonna take off. Like, for example, the video that's taking off right now is CM Punk calling the Rocky Balls fraud. That one's doing well. The other one's not so much. So go to the ones with hardly no views. Go give that one. Go give the ones that are looking sad some love and attention. I will take the love and attention on the ones that are looking sad. It's funny. Thank you so much, Justin Fowler. He says, Denise, I just followed you on Facebook. Hell yeah, man. I just surpassed 74,000 Facebook followers on there. Again, I'm still trying to grow. Facebook gives me a hard time, guys. They're really pissing me off because they keep telling me that my page has some issues. And they said, we restricted your page as a safety measure because your activity may not follow our rules. And then I click view details. And then it says, community standards violations. Good news, no violations to show. But then they still restricted my page even though I have no violations, which is really bothersome because they still hold my page back from showing my videos. And I don't know what to do about it. So I just let it be. And I'm hoping that at some point they will stop restricting my freaking channel and just let me, hopefully grow. So that's why I'm always promoting that stuff, because if people still go in there and like it, even though Facebook's not promoting it, it might convince Facebook to promote my videos if people are engaging with them. So that's been the really weird thing about Facebook, but I'm still trying to make it grow because you can make good money on there. And I'm trying to do that. Thank you so much, Kevin Cabessa says, just followed you on TikTok. Thank you so much, man. And thank you to Zachary Walton, just followed on Facebook. Moneymaker Chris followed on Facebook. Robert says, I'm on Facebook a lot. Yeah, me too. I watch a lot of reels on Facebook. That's probably where I watch the most reels on is Facebook. So maybe that makes me old. Thank you, Miss WWE Girl, who also followed on Facebook. Tiger Claw Gaming says, what could you have done to violate community guidelines? I will tell you what I did. I shared an article about Triple H on the comment section because I had posted about the article and I was trying to get people to go and check it out. But the link, the hyperlink said the words Mike Tyson and Logan Paul. And it was an article about Triple H talking about the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight on Netflix. He was just talking about it. And I shared the link on Netflix with the quote from Triple H, and that's what got me the violation. Because I think Facebook thought that I was illegally sharing the fight for free for people, even though it was an article to a quote about Triple H talking about the fight. And so that is the reason why Facebook decided to punish me. And I reached out to them, and this happened months ago, and they were like, no, you didn't provide the correct information for us to take off the freaking violation. And I'm like, what information? I literally just told you guys everything. But it's one of those bots where it's not even a real person. And so it's really hard to explain yourself when you're not even talking to a real person. So I was a little frustrated by that. Jey Uso versus Grayson Waller, by the way, is happening on Raw next week. And then we're also going to be seeing the New Day versus Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee in a Tornado Tag Team match. That was a very cool graphic, by the way. Very, very cool. Cool little thing.
AJ Styles says it's time to remind the world who he is. He's going to call out Logan Paul.
AJ Styles calls out Logan Paul next Monday. Nice.
AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, is back and looking for some action, folks.
And finally,
Double S, I tried appealing that violation. That's what I mean by I tried to appeal, and they would not. It would not. So yeah, unfortunately, I tried.
Right here, live on Netflix.
Anytime the steel cage is brought out,
Ooh,
that
Chris
means
hype.
these two
Yeah.
men cannot
I see
escape
stuff
each
like
other.
this.
Let's settle
And
it
it's so
in the
funny
Mecca
because like
on Raw
they promote all of
on
these
Netflix.
accounts that are
And
promoting
speaking of Seth
nudity
Rollins, he will
on
be on the
Facebook, and I'm like, really, you guys
episode
let that
tomorrow
slide?
morning
But I
with Sam
share a
Roberts
stupid
and Megan
article
Moran
link
of
and I'm
Raw.
banned from
Recap
Facebook.
brought to you
But yeah,
by
all these people
Fanatics.
share like
It should be a
nude
great
type
show.
of stuff.
It's a great
And
show.
some of the things
Available
people
on
share on
YouTube and
Facebook
all
that pop
audio
up on my
platforms,
timeline
wherever you get
is
your podcasts.
crazy. And I'm like, why aren't those people in Facebook jail? Thank you so much, Michael Caputo. I appreciate that.
Babes. Saying, Big Daddy, I got you on.
Wes says, did AJ need to make an appointment for this? He clearly did. He clearly made an appointment for it.
Excuse me, Jay. Very noble of you to go out
Booked
there and
and locked
assist
in.
Alpha Academy, but we are still weeks out from your WWE Championship opportunity against the Ring General Gunther in the main event of WrestleMania. Does that throw you off your game? What happened out there?
A little bit, Kathy. A little bit. What I'm going through in my life, it's the wrong time for anybody to be playing in my mind, right? That's all I hear all week. He can't do it. And every week that goes by, Gunther got me doubting myself. But look though, back against the wall. I feel suffocated like I can't breathe. But ain't nobody gonna pick me up but me. Gunther, you say you gonna give me 10 weeks of hell? Then I'm gonna walk through the valley of shadow death and fear no evil. And I'm telling you, Otis, at WrestleMania, I'm crashing out. I hope you can pray. You put me to sleep tonight. But you just woke up a damn beast. 4 letters, 1 word.
What? I was about to say, are those the 4 letters?
So much, Jay.
Whoa.
You can tell that as a man
Or
without
whatever he
fear,
said.
walking into Buffalo's winter without even a shirt on. Pat Cole, I hope it's warmer out there.
Oh, yeah. Damn. Jay, you're going to catch a
Jey
cold,
Uso.
bro. That's how we ended up like this.
Still to come tonight is our main event coming up in a
That's
matter
so
of moments.
funny.
Check out the tail of the tape for the champ Rhea Ripley and the challenger IYO SKY. IYO, of course, a former 2-time women's champion.
Thank you, Mike. You just
Rhea
spammed
Ripley,
my
the
Facebook
current
page. Yes. Woohoo! Come spam me on Facebook. I love it. That's so funny. Yay! Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been posting like a shit ton on there, so hopefully some of those videos take off. Let's pray.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Chris Hype says you might beat Gunther, but can you defeat hypothermia? For reals. I hope he like
She
legit put a
lasted
jacket on,
25
bro.
minutes inside Elimination Chamber to win the event. This past Saturday night, despite all the emotion and going through her mind after she watched.
We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. He says not liking Jay is a you problem, not a Jay problem. Hey, I'm bored. I'm on board, bro. Jay Uso's a very likable fella, man. A very likable guy.
Next.
Thanks for joining us, Elimination Chamber champ.
All right. Oh, yes, finally this match is happening. Wow, I feel like the last couple of minutes were just like stalling until we got to this match. I'm like, can we just start the match already? I'm ready for it. Cyclops is better than
Bianca
Wolverine.
Belair
Thank you so much for the
celebrating
super
back
chat.
up there. Yes, with
Great to see you, Bianca.
We got Good Times in here who says, hey, Denise, what's up, Good Times? Oh, yeah.
How about that whip she gave to Liv?
Oh, that was nasty.
Nasty. Incredible night for Bianca
I
Belair
never needed you at all.
on Saturday. Tonight, a lot of film study, a lot of scouting. Okay. Hey, that song might be a little bit more real right now, right? You know, there's everything going on.
Well, yeah, right.
All right, and just an update,
know?
guys, on Instagram. Chris has added 6, 7, 8, 9,
Naomi to
10,
start
11.
that entire thing.
11 clips
Yeah,
on
because we're
Instagram.
not gonna talk about
Woo!
it.
Thank you, Chris.
She has the opportunity to
So if
sit
you
down,
guys want to go
get
spam
to the
those,
bottom of everything with Jade and
share
Naomi.
if you like any one of
I can
them,
imagine that's
share,
pretty dramatic.
comment.
Your best friends.
I do go through them and I share them on my
That
stories and I
phone,
highlight
whenever you're
people's
watching a
comments
pod,
too.
watching it all go
Share with
down,
a
and you're
friend
helping
or
people
add
about
to
it.
your story
you
or
have
just click that save button or comment or
historic
hit that
evening
like button.
where you promote
Anything
yourself
is
into
definitely a
WrestleMania
huge help in trying to
and you
get
can
more
celebrate,
reach
and you- I
on
mean, that had to be-
Instagram.
You went through a lot,
Gracias.
Bianca. Congratulations.
I'm posting a little bit
You
of
deserve
everything,
all
guys. reactions, interviews, news clips, memes. The meme I posted did really good. Like really, really good. This one was like insane. Everyone loved this one. And I was almost not going to do it because I thought someone had already done it before. Because I'm like, oh, that's so funny. I thought about it the day of the chamber and I didn't do it until Sunday. And I was afraid somebody else would have done it before me. But apparently no one did. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, that was such an easy one. So yeah, I was very, very thrilled about that.
Bianca's got to get
exhausted. Very, very well. And the other one that I recommend is the one with The Rock calling me Lisa. I had a good time making this edit, so that one was very fun to do too. And then obviously Ray Phoenix video, posted that today.
I think I've done just
that one did pretty well too.
A lot of bad things have been said about me from one particular country, and
Infamous Raider Local says, seeing you go crazy when Jay says she's like Pizza on Ranch was hilarious. That's probably one of my favorite clips ever. I'll probably share that one like 100 times because it was legitimately one of my favorite. Icy says that meme is viral. Yeah, it ended up going viral. I was so proud of it. Like, it's got like, I don't know. Let me see how many like thousands of shares. Let me see. It got 2,700 shares, 7,400 likes, 96,000 views. That's pretty sick.
With an opportunity.
Herman says kids crying to Cena heel turn made my day today. Yeah, I saw a TikTok about it. They actually shared it here on the show, so that's pretty funny.
Here's your main event for WrestleMania.
After the most shocking turn in
Alrighty.
WWE history.
Let's see what else we got here.
How will a beaten champion respond?
Double S says it's all about timing. You were among the first to post about Phoenix. Yeah, I try to be quick on that stuff. It obviously takes a while to make those videos, and also I like to make sure that all the facts are correct. You know, I never want to put something that's incorrect or unconfirmed, and I always double check and see where this stuff is coming from. Like, you will never see me post something from an unreliable source. Like, I only post from reliable sources. So I always make sure to like wait on that type of stuff. And yeah, so anyways, that I finally got that going, so that was fun.
Sky, the #1 contender.
Thank you so much, Tanner Blakely says followed you on your Facebook page. Thank you. Now hopefully Facebook shows you my shit. Facebook be sometimes liking me and sometimes hating me. I'm in a love-hate relationship with Facebook.
Sky, an opportunity to qualify for the Elimination Chamber led to this matchup tonight.
Thank you so much, Good Times. I appreciate you. There's a lot of fake posts, by the way, on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. And it's insane how many of them are fake. And what's worse is that they get thousands of likes, thousands of shares, thousands of comments. And I'm like, this is fake. This is not real. And it's so frustrating to me when I see that stuff. And there are people like, for example, that will post, like, they'll make AI photos, right? They'll do, like, edits and things. And there are people that will reshare them thinking that it's real.
You know, for much of
and I'm just like,
Pat, Rhea Ripley has been
what?
Nearly unstoppable.
Guys, it takes 10 seconds to go to a reliable wrestling website and find out whether or not this is accurate. So it just drives me crazy sometimes. There's so many times where I feel like commenting this is fake, but then I'm like, I'm just going to give them more attention. If people choose to believe that stuff, that's on them. But yeah, I don't like to just do things all willy-nilly. Thank you, Good Times. Infamous DJ once a SmackDown has 3 hours. The Rock will take an hour. Yeah, and it'll get the most views, though. That's for sure. That's for sure.
What a moment. If IYO SKY can continue this undefeated streak against Rhea in front of this crowd on this
Good Time says, yeah, the clickbait for views is real. Lots have no shame. No shame at all. There's some that I've had to report because they were so inappropriate, like disgustingly inappropriate. Like, I will report them. I'm like, nope, gotta report this. This is so bad. And like, the wrestlers see that stuff, guys. They see that stuff and they don't like it. Like, they really don't, by the way. And a lot of people don't realize that, and some outlets don't realize that. Like, if they post certain things and the talent sees them and your outlet is responsible for that, you're done, bro. Like, you're done. So yeah, it's cool having, you know, 500,000 followers on Facebook with fake posts and thousands of likes and views, but your credibility is out the door, which means you won't get like any access to anything because it's just you know, you got to be legit. Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Says love Bianca Belair, but we know she's guilty as Naomi. No, I'm like the only person saying no to this. I keep saying no. I'm exhausted of saying no that at some point it's going to turn into a yes. Thank you, Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Randy Martinez says, hello, guys. I'm watching Raw in my living room. Hey, thank you so much for tuning into the stream, man. Wes says Rhea is giving off a heel vibe. I just think she's edgy, Wes. I don't think she's giving off heel vibes. Yeah, Adam, you're on to something there.
From Adelaide.
Thank you so much, Poke Matt. I'm gonna start wearing pink more. I'm getting a lot more compliments than I normally do. Wearing pink. That's funny. Probably, Jeff. I don't know. Sometimes I think that, but then sometimes I'm not so sure. I really am not.
What an ovation from the sellout crowd tonight of over
Sub-Zero says, hurry up, main event, I want to go to sleep.
IYO SKY, when talking about this matchup tonight, said no matter where you're born, no matter
Good time says the pink be suiting you. Not gonna lie. Bro, I'm gonna go and buy a bunch of pink clothes from now on. You guys are gonna see me in a shit ton of pink.
You can make the impossible possible. IYO SKY says tonight is my road to WrestleMania. But Pat, there is
all right, here we go. Finally,
in her way.
Rhea versus IYO. Let's do this.
Ripley, and we are underway for the women's.
It should be a fun ass hell match
at WrestleMania.
Rally Cap says on Mondays we wear pink. That's true. I mean, technically it's supposed to be Wednesdays. I'm gonna get Reg to wear pink on Wednesdays.
How does IYO win the title from the Eradicator tonight, Pat?
He's the genius of the
on Mondays, Lisa wears pink.
Rhea Ripley has the power advantage by far. Rhea's going to want to keep this slow and pummeling. IYO is going to want to pick up the speed.
Big shoulder tackle by Rhea Ripley, establishing dominance early. Nice basement drop kick to IYO. Rhea wants to win this one quickly. Hook of the leg on Sky and a kick out. Maybe Wayne.
I love the way Rhea's moving in this match right now. She's moving a little bit faster than she normally does, I feel.
At some point today, Rhea thought about the fact that she's never been able to beat IYO. Crossed her mind. Will it beat her mentally? I don't know.
A kick out by IYO for the championship and a kick out by Ripley. Big right.
The power that Rhea has and the explosivity, if you will, is just makes her an anomaly.
IYO SKY, nice takedown again. Shoulders down, kick out by Ripley. IYO trying to keep Rhea Ripley off balance here. They're doing a good job of it early on. Went for the Hurricane.
Oh no. Ouch, ouch. A little bit of a slip up there.
As she powered through.
Wow.
But Rhea got it back. Rhea got it back.
Indeed. And now Rhea showing off some power. IYO, though, nice roll through for the championship. Could steal one here. Kick out it.
We got Bryn Hawking who says, I feel that Bianca will turn heel because of the same type Pokemon and it's face versus face at WrestleMania. That doesn't work, especially when you play my GM mode. I mean, yeah, you do have face versus face if it's Rhea versus Bianca. But I feel like if you tell a good story from that, it'll be okay. Like they could do face versus face. You know, it's just like pick your person, you know? I don't mind that. Because they can build up on the fact that, you know, hey, Bianca's streak is on the line. She's been undefeated at WrestleMania. And Rhea's on, you know, a run as champion. And look how long it takes her to get her title back.
As she deadlifts.
Thank you, Bryn Hawking, for the super chat.
Suplex. Ripley has taken over the women's world title. Is on the line as Bianca looks on.
And we're on a commercial break. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me see.
You mentioned it earlier, Pat. Power for Rhea, quickness for IYO. Right now, power's winning out.
Yeah, certainly. And the power that she just displayed there is something that you're not going to find just walking the street. She goes from swinging IYO SKY around to a deadlift into a suplex on the outside. Rhea's special.
IYO sent back into the ring. You're looking over the shoulder, of course, of Bianca Belair. Here's the cup by Rhea Ripley on Sky and a kick out at 2. Bianca will face the winner of this.
All right.
47 nights.
Just a friendly reminder, by the way, that after this watch along, this does turn into a podcast show. I'll be joined by Santi, and we will be here talking about the show, talking about Raw. We'll be talking about Ray Phoenix. We'll be talking about all of that. The trip to Toronto, Canada, the experience at Elimination Chamber. It's going to be a good show because we have a lot to get into. So I hope you guys will stick around for that. It'll be a great time.
The mouth of Ripley. Io with a block. And look at Sky now. Unique offense now on Rhea. She's got a 5 count. Got to be careful here. Remember, it's champion's advantage. Sky has got to pin or submit the champ tonight to win the title. Io right to the left arm, and this is great strategy. Take away the power game. Cover for the title and a kick out.
I like that they're going to get, it looks from it, like a lot of time for this match too, because we still got 15 minutes till the 30-minute mark. And that's usually when we are pretty much like wrapping up. Chris Robinson says, when can we play trivia game again? I haven't been doing the trivia games for Raw. I've been doing them for SmackDown still. Haven't been doing them for Raw because I get to watch the show during the commercial breaks. But if people still want me to do the trivia games, I can bring them back next week, next Monday Night Raw. But did she break a nail? Oh, I think Rhea might have broken a nail. But I wasn't sure if people wanted to play trivia if I'm still playing the audio for the actual show. Because usually, like, during the commercials, I'll turn off the audio and play some games and whatnot. But now that I actually get the actual show, I don't have the break to actually play games. Let's see. Saif's on Super. Hey, good to see you, fellas. I was really hoping for a Penta singles run. We're seeing a little bit of it. And then by the time Phoenix comes in here, though, I think it will be a lot more fun to see them as a tag team. But I kind of hope we get a little bit of both, to be honest. Thank you so much, Saif done Super. Sheldon Jackson says, once the next Kahoot games, I can sit back and watch. I don't have that answer for you yet, but it's going to be on a Thursday for sure. Not this Thursday, though. I got to look at my calendar, but I will keep you posted for sure. It's going to be WrestleMania trivia, so it'll definitely be a good one because there's a lot. A lot. Double S's, I think, for SmackDown. Double S says, I like this version of the Raw stream. Okay, good. So I will keep the trivia games for SmackDown then. Terrence Johnson says, I was hoping Yuta got a concerto on AEW. Bro, Yuta's like my least favorite person on AEW. He has successfully crawled underneath my skin. I don't know why I did that. That little like Spidey web thing gave me the weird.
Waist lock by Sky.
We got Brandon Rosen. Thank you so much for the super chat. He says, can't remember if you've done this already for a game, but how about anagrams of wrestlers' names? Ooh, how does that work, Brandon? Send me a sample of how that would work. Thank you, Brandon, for the suggestion. I always do take people's suggestions for games and stuff. Sometimes I just run out of ideas. Thank you, Brandon. MJV says, yes, trivia with Denise, a.k.a. Lisa, is the most fun. Yeah, trivia is usually a good time. I'll make sure to incorporate that a little bit on the Raw shows, too. And then on top of that, the Kahoot streams. And then obviously SmackDown during the commercial breaks and whatnot. Thank you, MJV.
Reversal, Sky into the corner. Great balance out to the apron.
Icy says, Io is so fun to watch wrestle. I agree. She's so enjoyable. She's just so smooth.
Up to the top rope. What a drop kick by Io.
Flip up, kick up. Io Sky rolling on Raw.
And she's starting to feel it now. Sky's starting to believe she may have a chance.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back to posting daily videos too on YouTube. So you should hopefully be seeing daily videos from March. I'm at least planning on it. Because the channel just grows so much more with more videos, guys. Daily videos is just a really great way to grow the channel. And given that we're on the road to WrestleMania, I feel like now's the best time to do that. It's a lot of work, but it's possible.
Io's been able to do that a couple different times here. We think Rhea's about to end it in set.
Cover now by Io Sky to try to win the world title and a kick out at 2.
Nick Blue says, I hear a cat. What? I don't got a cat. Double S says 213 subs already. I know. I can't believe it, guys. Like the Elimination Chamber stuff really blew up and got a lot of subscribers, which I'm glad because unfortunately the 2 scrum videos that I posted, the one with Triple H and The Rock, was copyrighted by WWE. So I made $0 on that, which is so depressing because the videos got so many views. Like, I'm thinking, so Triple H got 202,000 views. The Rock 263,000 views. I'm gonna say I lost out on about like $1,000 with those 2 videos being copyrighted. So yeah, I was a little bit disappointed of that, but I'm like, all right, well, at least I got subscribers out of it. So hopefully those subscribers turn into regular viewers. But yeah, I was very happy to see the subscriber portions definitely explode. That was nice. Thank you, Double S.
Up and down.
We got Adriana. Adriana, thank you so much for the super chat. It says, I got my Rhea Ripley winning. Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%. Rhea Ripley for the win. We got to get Rhea and Bianca for WrestleMania. Thank you so much, Adriana, for the super chat. Hope you're having a good day. A good start to the week.
She's in a fight. This is for the World Championship.
Very determined IYO SKY. And
very impressive. Rhea Ripley.
Looking for the prison block now.
Yeah, technically the copyrights aren't even supposed to happen, which is the bummer. Because basically, like, if you are invited to record the content, you're also welcome to monetize. However, sometimes you still get copyrighted and there's really nothing you can do. I've tried in the past to get that stuff fixed. And, you know, just, it is what it is. Nick Blues, thank you so much for becoming a brand new DWO member. Thank you so much.
On Rhea, sorry. By IYO.
Christopher Snow says Paul Berry Holiday is an anagram of Rhea Bloody Ripley for an example.
Here by IYO SKY.
Oh, okay.
She's executing it.
Thank you for the sample. I'm going to look into that. That sounds fun. Thank you, Christopher.
Oh, goodness. Turned IYO inside out. That could be it. Cover to retain. Somehow IYO stayed in it. Spun her around. Watch this, Pat.
Yes, Nick. So it is automated. Right, exactly. So I've been wanting for them to do like a list, to have a list of the people that are there so that they don't get copyrighted. But I think it's handled by like a third party. So like people within like PR, like they couldn't really do anything about it. It's a third party that handles that type of stuff. So, for example, like if they don't know the difference between a member of the media who is invited to attend this event and record and upload versus, you know, another person who just like downloaded it straight from WWE's website. And because my video quality is really good, they think that like I took it from WWE's website, which is silly because it's a different angle. The audio is different. It's just, it is what it is. They think that I like took it from them. So I do wish that they had a list of which channels would be exempt from that.
And now look at this, Oscar lock locked in on Ripley, the submission maneuver. IYO paid tribute to her damage control cohort.
Nitish, they copyrighted because they can't tell the difference between people who were there that posted and people who weren't there that posted.
You see that the fear in her eyes. She could be losing her grip on the championship. Got to try to power her way out of this.
Look at Rhea somehow getting to her feet.
Rhea to her feet. Sky driven into the corner. But still hanging on. Rhea dumped in the corner. IYO SKY has her where she wants her.
Rhea's lucky to survive that.
Bullet train attack.
Double knees.
And IYO
I always like that. Whenever someone just steps on someone.
Went to the top rope. Rhea Ripley back to her feet. And as IYO is going to the moonsault, Ripley countered. And the matchup continues.
Rhea Ripley.
Rhea now, top rope, has a IYO SKY under control. Oh, goodness, dropping her right on the back of her neck for the championship to retain, to go to WrestleMania. Sky somehow kicked out.
How? How did she kick out?
I like that Rhea's showing a little bit of frustration there, being like, oh my God, like, you know, I can't beat IYO even after this big moment.
From 10 feet up.
And now Ripley, frustrated, questioning herself. What does she have to do to put IYO away? It's WrestleMania season, folks. And now Ripley looking for the prism lock again. The submission move on IYO SKY, center of the ring. Ripley wants to put her away. Trying to drag her back toward the center of the ring. IYO fighting, though. IYO fighting with everything she has. Needs to make it to a bottom rope. Almost there, fingertips away. Oh, great counter. Ripley goes shoulder first to the post.
Yeah. Flipped by IYO SKY. A desperation play from IYO that might be her greatest move of the night.
Yeah, because she may have been close to tapping out to the prism lock.
How could you not be? Especially with how deep that thing was locked in by Rhea Ripley. IYO SKY.
IYO looking for a sunset flip power.
Damn. Oh, that was brutal. I'm surprised there was a pause there. I thought she was just going to get Rhea power bumped right onto the floor, but I don't know what was worse, the floor or the barricade.
IYO SKY from the top rope, over the moonsault to Ripley. Cover by Sky.
Nope, Rhea barely got it. She got her foot on the rope.
Bianca Belair into this matchup as well. She'll face one of these two women at WrestleMania. Over the moonsault connected. But Rhea just too close to the bottom rope, Pat.
I think Rhea stayed on her stomach to defend herself against the moonsault. I think she was thinking one move ahead. And then she was able to get close enough to the rope. Championship instinct.
And now out to the apron.
That's what it's all about right there. The Women's World Championship title on display. Bianca Belair front row. Who will she face at WrestleMania?
Oh, and IYO SKY!
Wait. That was a good dive from IYO. That was a nice
IYO's
dive.
not done yet. Sky now pulling out all the stops. Rhea Ripley intercepts. IYO face first off the apron, now right off the announce table. IYO hit hard. Both women are down.
Double S is Denise. We like PLE store tours you do. You should try to do them whenever you go. I was supposed to do one in Toronto, but I didn't because it was too cold. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's the reason why I didn't do it. And then also I was a little far from that area, and I just like timing wise, it just didn't happen. I stayed closer to the airport, so it was a 41-minute drive to get to like downtown Toronto. And I only went down to downtown Toronto twice. One was for SmackDown and then one for the actual show. And I would kind of get there like right before. So, because it was just too cold. It was too cold. But I will definitely do them moving forward.
She'll beat the count barely. Rhea can't believe it. Rhea with a look of disbelief.
Mr. Don says, I have a yeet case. I didn't even know they sold yeet cases, but I'm not surprised.
I don't know how she got in there after getting slingshotted into her.
And Rhea looking right down at Bianca Belair here at ringside.
Oh no, Rhea, don't get distracted. Rhea, girl, do not get distracted by Bianca.
Bianca was cheering for IYO SKY, and Bianca's had enough.
Oh no, well now she's gonna get her revenge on her for that.
Rhea into the apron.
What is? I hope Rhea doesn't get counted out or anything.
Jessica Parr.
But again,
great work out of Jessica Parr. Let this fight continue.
Rhea,
you gotta handle your business with IYO.
She came out here and said, "What? You don't want to face me at WrestleMania? Why are you cheering for IYO?" Then things broke down.
I'm just here to watch. I'm just here to watch.
Now Rio dragging Io up. Uh-oh. Rhea looking for a riptide from way up top.
No, Io had too much time to counter that.
Thought she was going to call her a shot.
Okay,
like Babe
moonsault.
Ruth.
She's going for the moonsault.
Io Sky top rope over the moonsault.
She hit it.
Sky cover, hooks the leg. Io Sky is the world champion.
What?
Io's going to WrestleMania.
Here's your winner, and new Women's World Champion.
I'm sorry, what?
IYO SKY.
What a shocker. Io Sky will defend the women's world title.
I'm sorry, I don't even know what to
Bianca
say.
Belair
What?
At WrestleMania. Quite the rivalry between those two will be renewed. But Pat, Rhea got caught up with Bianca Belair, and it cost her.
She got distracted. She got cocky. And IYO SKY capitalized.
Io
I
Sky
love
pointed
Io.
at the WrestleMania sign because she is indeed
And I'm so
going
disappointed.
to WrestleMania.
I wanted to see Bianca and
What a
Rhea.
night for IYO SKY.
The
That's
dream
where it all
match
started breaking down. The battle
was just
outside the ring.
swept
Rhea got
from
upset because
underneath
Bianca
me.
Was actually cheering for Io.
He was trying to motivate her to get back in the ring.
Just swept from underneath me.
To finish the fight, Rhea Ripley took it personally.
And you can't blame Bianca for retaliating the way she did after Rhea roughed her up. And then watch this and listen to what Rhea says. She was going for the riptide, and that little distraction right there cost her.
Everyone's expecting a triple threat match incoming. Triple threat match incoming. Mr. Costa says storytelling, baby. I love it. Christopher Snow said triple threat incoming for Mania.
The sky is the
Everyone's
limit for
expecting
Rio.
a triple threat now. I feel like Jesus.
She
I
defends
don't
the
even know what to
Women's World
say.
Championship. 47
I guess
nights
Triple
away.
They did say supposedly something about twists and turns and all of these things and who knows
Versus
what.
Bianca Belair at WrestleMania.
Wow, guys. Wow.
A distraught,
But also, Rhea had just won her title back from
Rhea
Liv.
Ripley. But she got caught up in her emotions.
She like,
and
Rhea.
it cost her tonight.
I think we're going to start to see Rhea kind of, I don't know, fall. It seems like she's very upset. She's very frustrated.
Second
So I don't know if we're
straight
going to see
year,
her like
Io's
sort of.
gonna be defending the championship at WrestleMania.
And then that completely scared it away.
to
Wow.
Io Sky.
I am just like, I think, you know what? I think Triple H took it personally when we said that, you know, the road to WrestleMania wasn't all that crazy like it was last year. And I think Triple H took that personally and said, watch this, hold my beer. We're going to, you know, definitely spice things up. And I'm feeling like that was what happened. I'm sorry. I don't even know what to say. I'm really hoping now for the, I really am hoping you guys are right in the sense that we might be getting a triple threat. I really, really hope so. Because if not, I just don't know what to say about that. Because if the match doesn't end up having Rhea Ripley in it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. So like this has to be a triple threat, right? It just has to be. All right, guys, I need a second here because I need to turn on my lights, retouch my lipstick. So give me a second to do that. And please enjoy this ad here from Blue Chew. Are you having technical difficulties in bed? Are you tired of being counted out, tapping out, or simply jobbing out? Get out of developmental and get drafted to the best sex you ever had with today's podcast sponsor, Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. And Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Remember, hard times breed better men. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. Link in the description box below. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. I needed a quick second to turn on my lights, retouch my face for the actual podcast, because I'm like, I don't want to look like shit on my podcast. That would be terrible. And after doing a watch along for several hours, sometimes that's going to happen, right? You don't look the same as you did when you logged on. As soon as Santi gets in here, we'll go ahead and get the ball rolling and get into the post show. So we're just going to stall for a few minutes. And then when Santi comes in, we'll start the show. So if you're in here right now, this is like the chill period where we kind of just like fuck around until we get down to the business. But in the meantime, I want to thank Lewis Henry, by the way, for sending in this super chat. Much appreciated, Lewis. We got Cyclops is better than Wolverine, who says Triple H heard people crying. Now he's out for blood. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Triple H literally said, hey, y'all thought this roller coaster to WrestleMania wasn't good enough. Well, take a look at it now, sweetheart. Like, this is definitely going to this is getting people talking, because I don't think very many people expected it. And it's funny because I think we should have maybe seen it coming, because one of the things that I've been noticing now from Triple H's booking is that he's trying to like surprise people in different ways, right? The Royal Rumble, we all thought, hey, John Cena's winning this match, and it ended up being Jey Uso. And that was one surprise there. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was a few more little random ones that happened where you're like, wait a minute, this is not what I expected to go down. And then it went down, right? And so I feel like this one, everybody was so dead set on like, oh yeah, we know Rhea's winning. I think I even said Rhea was winning 1000% or something like that. And then now we're going like, shit. No, it's actually IYO, and now we're wondering, hey, is this really going to be IYO versus Bianca at WrestleMania? Or are they going to somehow find some way to make this a triple threat match? Because, of course, we know Rhea is going to be on the WrestleMania card. She is just a big, giant megastar. Ain't no way she's not going to be on that WrestleMania card. And wow, guys, this is just a lot. And it was funny, too, because even earlier, oh my God, I jinxed it. Holy shit. During the watch along, I don't know how many of you guys remember this, but I had said something along the lines of, what did I say? I said, oh, just to play devil's advocate, if IYO were to defeat Rhea, then we would get IYO versus Bianca, and it would be a really good match, which I'm not lying. It really would be a really good match. And, if that match does happen, it's going to be great. And it looks like it is. I said that, but I was just like trying to play devil's advocate. Like, I wasn't actually expecting that to be an outcome. So thanks, guys. Y'all can blame me. I jinxed it. That's so funny. All right, Cyclops is better than Wolverine. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got Ben Fossey here. What's up, Ben? He says, I hope you are well, Denise. I hope you are well, Denise. A good show tonight. The Judgment Day teasing a new member. I think it's Aleister Black. Yeah, that was something. That was a theory that Santi threw out. I think about 2 weeks ago, we had this discussion as to who that new member might be. And I feel like the way that he painted the picture of, obviously Aleister Black being this, gothic character, it just totally fits in with the Judgment Day, right? So I could see that being a huge possibility with Aleister Black being that new member. I'm wondering when they're going to get to it, because it does feel like we're making our way there very, very slowly. I think given how fast Ricky Starks came into the company, I was kind of expecting for Aleister Black to come in just as fast. So maybe they either have a plan for him, but it's not for this moment right now, or maybe they still are trying to think of some creative plans for him. So I guess we'll find out shortly. We got Luis. Thank you, Ben. We got Luis Henry here who says now IYO SKY is a 2-time world champion. Yeah, you are definitely right on that. IYO, and it's funny because like IYO the last couple of months, I remember I thought she was going to be the inaugural Intercontinental champion because she was sort of on fire at that point. Like everybody was sort of being reminded of how good IYO SKY is, and we all thought that that was going to happen at some point, and then it didn't, and then we were like, well, what's going on with IYO? And then I thought that ship had just kind of sailed, and now here we are again. So it's all so wild. Luis Henry, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Anthony Giuliano in the building. What's up, Anthony? By the way, for everybody here, I'm still waiting on Santi. When Santi comes in, we'll go ahead and start the post show. We're just chilling right now. Anthony here says, was hoping to see the video of Naomi attacking Jade tonight, but I guess we will get it on SmackDown. Yeah, that's more of a SmackDown storyline. Bianca was asked about it today on the show during an interview, but even she said, you know, right now I'm kind of dealing with the stuff that I have to deal with, which is who I'm going to be facing at WrestleMania, Rhea or IYO, and that's kind of what we got in regards to that. So, yeah. Anthony Giuliano, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Luis Henry here who says NXT title is not a world title. Well, IYO had been champion before that. And sorry, after that too. Remember she had faced Bayley at WrestleMania last year. That was for a title for the SmackDown Women's Championship, but what do you call it? Not the SmackDown, whatever the hell they were calling it at that point. So she is obviously... Yeah, it was the WWE Women's Championship. That's what they were calling it. That's what they were calling it the last time. Sorry, I get confused sometimes when we're like SmackDown Women's Champion, WWE Women's Championship, World Championship, all of that. So yeah, she is now she's a one-time WWE Women's Champion and now current Women's World Champion. And she's obviously a former NXT champion. And those are the ones for the singles titles there. Thank you so much, Luis, for the super chat as well. All right. Ooh, man, I cannot believe this. We got another super chat here. This is from Viral Moments, News, Sports, and Learning. Thank you so much for the generous super chat. Says, Denise, thoughts bring Black back before Mania and challenge Finn for a Judgment Day leader. Get Rhea pumped up and have her overcome 2 women at Mania. Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I feel like this changes the way that I'm looking at this now. I'm thinking of how I'm going to say this. In regards to the women's stuff, I feel like, here's the thing. I don't want Bianca Belair to lose her little WrestleMania streak that she has. I don't want her to lose it yet. I don't know if they're going to want to play up, you know, the female version of the Undertaker WrestleMania streak. I don't know if they want to do that, right? But I'm kind of not ready for it to end because I think it's very, very cool that she has that. If they do just the singles match between IYO and Bianca, to me, that's the best way to get Bianca to keep her WrestleMania streak going and win the championship back. Right? And become a singles champion once again. Now, if they do add Rhea to this, either Rhea gets it back or Bianca still wins at WrestleMania. Maybe she pins IYO. I don't know. But now I'm thinking that Bianca, regardless of whether they do a triple threat or a match with just her and IYO, Bianca, I think, is winning at WrestleMania. And so that's kind of how I feel about it. I think going into when we originally thought that it was going to be Bianca versus Rhea, I think that we thought that, you know, there was probably a bigger chance for Rhea Ripley to win in that outcome. I wasn't sure. I was kind of torn because I'm thinking like, damn, do you really want to have Rhea's reign end already? And now that clearly it's not, clearly now that's not an issue since she just lost the title. I think that we will probably see Bianca Belair win the title at WrestleMania. So that's what I mean by how this changes things. And then in terms of Aleister Black, coming back and before WrestleMania challenge Finn Balor for the Judgment Day spot. That would be a great little match to add to the WrestleMania card. Of course, you got 2 days, so you definitely want to fill that up. And if you want to have a pretty decent, entertaining match, that could definitely be it between Aleister Black and Finn Balor. So I do kind of see that happening too. Thank you so much for the super chat and for sending this in. I appreciate you, man. We got Jacob Tatum here. Thank you so much, Jacob. He says, Raw equals disaster with too much replay. If you don't watch live, honestly, you could either, watch afterwards. Here's the thing. If you want to watch live, but you don't want to have to go through all of the replays and things like that, just start watching late. Just DVR it and maybe come in like an hour and maybe like an hour. Come in like an hour late. And I think you'll be able to like fast forward through all the things you don't want to see and just get to the highlights of what you do want to see. And if not, if you don't want to do that, then you can just go into like YouTube and watch the highlights. I've said this before, but WWE's YouTube channel, they do a great job of just showing the highlights and things that you need to see. Because I've had to do that a couple of times for SmackDown and whatnot. And it makes it really easy when you're not, when you don't have the time to watch the entire show all the way through. Jacob Tatum, thank you so much for the super chat. Just a heads up, guys, we're still waiting for Santi. So as soon as he comes in, we'll go ahead and get the podcast started. But in the meantime, I'm just stalling for time and reading super chats and people's comments until we start the actual podcast. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, "Do we get a real heel turn from now from tonight?" It's funny because we were just talking during the watch along how we thought for a second, hey, if we do Rhea versus Bianca, everybody was talking about how Bianca would probably be the heel in that, and people were predicting a heel turn for Bianca heading into that match with Rhea. Now I'm thinking we might have a Rhea heel turn, or I don't know if we're going to have a Rhea heel turn or if we're just going to see a more frustrated version of Rhea. I'm not entirely too sure what that's going to look like, but it's interesting though, because Rhea is just so popular that I don't think she should be a heel. I don't think she should be a heel right now, but clearly that's out the door since we just had John Cena turn heel. So clearly whether or not we think someone should be heel is completely out the window now, because it can pretty much be anybody at any point, at any time. So I'm just kind of feeling like a little bit just in awe right now, where I haven't really had a second to really compose my thoughts. And I'm really hoping this does turn into a triple threat match. And if not, I'm wondering, because there was another person that we had mentioned earlier about not knowing when they were going to come back or knowing what their WrestleMania plans are. And that other person is Becky Lynch. We've been wondering what is going on with Becky Lynch, right? So what if we resurface back Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch? That could be a thing too. I mean, they had a phenomenal match at WrestleMania 40. I don't know why I'm saying 38. WrestleMania 40, excuse me. And they had a great match. If you recall, though, Becky Lynch was sick for that. So I'm wondering if maybe they feel the need to run it back. I don't know. And that's only if Rhea isn't in this match with IYO and Bianca, because she's going to have some major WrestleMania plans. Thank you so much, Anthony Giuliano. We got David Primero here who says, "I knew it all along. Triple threat at WrestleMania becomes a must-see match compared to Charlotte. Wonder if IYO would win at WrestleMania, as she always wins a 3-way. So I really hope you're right, David, and that this does turn into a triple threat match. And I think that's what a lot of people are sort of expecting at this point. But damn, though, I don't think IYO would win that triple threat match. I would still think that Bianca wins that triple threat match, because again, I don't want her WrestleMania luck to wear out. I like Bianca having that as a special little thing, right? That she's undefeated at WrestleMania. So that's the only reason I wouldn't want Bianca to lose the match. Even when we were going into Bianca and Rhea, or at least when we thought that was the match that was going to happen, I was torn on that, because I'm like, shit, I don't want Rhea's championship run to end, but I also don't want Bianca Belair to lose her little streak. So I was torn already from the beginning. Now I'm not torn. Now, no matter what the outcome is, IYO versus Bianca or a triple threat match. I want to see Bianca win regardless. That's where I'm at right now with this. David, thank you so much for the super chat and for sending this in. Thank you to everybody who's helping me fill some time, by the way. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, David. We got Cool Fool 1980 here who says, so much realism with increased profanity. I'm loving it. Great show tonight. Love your show, Lisa. I mean, Denise. I'm telling you guys, Lisa is far more over than Denise ever was. I might have to change my name. So yes, I did think that the show today, though, it was very good. There were some moments that didn't feel as hot, or maybe like the crowd wasn't like as as hot for some certain matches. It was primarily like the Lyra Valkyria, Ivy Nile match. They didn't really seem all that into that. But for the most part, everything else, they did seem like they were interested in it. And especially with the way that we kicked off the show, I can't wait to get into that with Santi when he hops on, because that is something that for sure just got us in the mood for WrestleMania, man. It really, really did. I was under the assumption for a while at this point that we were done with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. To me, after the whole Netflix match that they had on the Raw premiere, I thought they were done. I'm like, all right, CM Punk beat you. We're done. Finitoed. We're not going to go anywhere else with this, right? But after what we saw at the Chamber, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely going to be something that we resurface for WrestleMania, right? That's what I thought. And then they went ahead and announced that today. They announced today that the match between Seth Rollins and CM Punk is going to happen in a steel cage match, and it's going to happen at the MSG Raw show. And I'm like, oh shit, I thought we were going to take it all the way to WrestleMania. So if they do the steel cage match, Seth Rollins and CM Punk at MSG show, I don't know what CM Punk's WrestleMania plans are going to be. And same thing for Seth Rollins, because I can see both Seth Rollins and CM Punk finding themselves in a match with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. They have plenty of time to, obviously use the favor for CM Punk. And then with Seth and Rollins, with Seth and Roman, there's always that story there, given their past, as well as the things that unfolded at the Royal Rumble. Mind you, we haven't even seen Roman Reigns since the Royal Rumble. Like, we don't even know what he's going to do or say or act or anything as of right now. So there's a lot of question marks still up in the air. Like, some things feel like they're being fully flushed out, but damn, they really were right about these twists and these turns. Cool Fool 1980, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Anthony Giuliano here who says, I just want Bianca to win at WrestleMania to keep her undefeated streak. I agree with you. That's how I feel too, man. I'm a big Bianca Belair fan, and I love when we get things like this for the women, right? Because when you think of the WrestleMania streak, you think of The Undertaker, and it was such a cool thing because when he lost the streak, everybody lost their shit, right? And another person who had a streak for a while was Asuka, and then she lost hers at WrestleMania 34 with Charlotte. And I remember people were like pretty bummed about that. She was on a streak for a while. But in terms of Bianca, hers is specific to WrestleMania. I definitely want to see her keep going and keep it alive for sure. Anthony Giuliano, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Adriana here who says WWE should be fired for scripting us this. Oh my gosh, Adriana, do you hate it? See, I'm just in shock. Honestly, I'm just in shock. Like, I know they want to surprise us and I know they want to do all of that, but sometimes I'm like, ooh, was this the way to go? Is this the way to do things? But I guess we'll find out, given the way that they do this, the way that they tell the story heading into WrestleMania. At least now, this is something that was not predictable on the show that we can sort of really talk about, because before this we were like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen. Rhea versus Bianca. Yeah, dream match, cool. But there wasn't anything else we were talking about really. And I remember thinking like, okay, they're gonna have to, obviously tell this story in a cool way, try to find a unique spin on it to try to build up, even more so between Bianca and Rhea. And so that's where we're at that. Hey guys, Santi is here, so we are ready to kick off the show. Santi, how are you, man?
I'm good. I ran long because,
Okay,
crazy episode. So there's a lot a lot of thoughts from the community. That is for sure.
I can't wait to get into it. So let's get right to it, guys. Here we go. Let's kick off our post show in 3, 2, 1. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. It is Monday, March 3rd, and we are coming off a very, very hot weekend of WWE content. On top of that, a very, very newsworthy edition of Monday Night Raw. I'm Denise Salcedo, joined by Santi Zap. Santi, welcome back to the show. Dude, I don't even know where to begin. How are you, man?
I mean, I get what you say. You don't know where to begin because Raw had the craziest ending and the craziest start at the same time. So, like, I don't know where to start, like, legitimately, because usually we start with the biggest thing of the night. And I don't know what the biggest thing of the night was. Was it IYO winning the championship? Was it the insane stuff with Seth Rollins and CM Punk? Just an all-around insanely good episode of Monday Night Raw. A Monday Night Raw, Denise, that actually now feels like the road to WrestleMania.
Dude, so I had seen that you quote retweeted a post about how they said that there was going to be more twists and turns heading into WrestleMania. And I'm like, maybe they're just exaggerating. We'll see what happens. And then lo and behold, here we are. So let's get to it. I'm going to kick things off with, of course, the big thing that sort of ended the show. And that was Rhea Ripley and IYO SKY having this match for Rhea's title. Now, Santi, I don't know about you, but me, I'm like, oh yeah, Rhea Ripley is 1000% winning this match. And we're going to finally get the dream WrestleMania match between Bianca and Rhea. And I think we should have known, maybe we should have seen this coming, because one of the big things that was sort of talked about was how WrestleMania was the road to WrestleMania wasn't feeling that hot. You know, the last couple of weeks ago, it wasn't feeling that hot. It wasn't feeling that crazy. Triple H in that press conference last night kind of talked about how things are starting to get a little, you know, all of a sudden things are starting to heat up, right? And I feel like we should have seen this coming, that this wasn't going to be the predictable ending that we were expecting. And Rhea, unfortunately, was distracted by Bianca Belair in this. She got a little too cocky, a little too frustrated here, and it ended up costing her this match. And IYO SKY defeated Rhea Ripley for the title. And as it stands right now, it is IYO SKY versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. So Santi, start wherever you want.
Okay, I want to start by saying that, like, kind of based on how things went and where the women's chamber took place as the opener, they could have totally had this at Chamber. They should have not had Tiffy and Trish in that tag match. That's entirely forgettable. They should have really leaned into Elimination Chamber. It was an incredibly good and memorable PLE, but had you added this, a great match with this result instead of the kind of token women's tag match that was just sort of there for the sake of a nostalgia pop and a local pop for Trish Stratus, you add this to Elimination Chamber, and all of a sudden, poof, you have one of the best PLEs in the last 5 years had they added that match to this show. Don't get me wrong, I love the concept of any given Monday. You know, you tune into Monday Night Raw, you don't know what's going to happen, because now we've had any given Mondays happening back-to-back weeks with the women's tag titles the previous week, now the women's world championship this week. I am just so elated and happy for IYO SKY. I really thought that they saw IYO SKY as a second-tier main eventer, that there was always this feeling that IYO SKY, even though she's so good, that she never got the booking treatment of the likes of the Biancas, of the Becky Lynches, of the Rhea Ripleys, the Charlotte Flairs, the big names. And for the most part, I would say that I'm right in saying that. But then tonight, it really feels like they are trusting IYO SKY to be one of those top-tier main eventers, as she's now likely going to be heading into WrestleMania with that title in a match that, if booked properly, and if you add Rhea Ripley into the mix, could main event night one, based on star power and quality of the women's wrestling that those three could deliver. It just kind of depends on, do you want to end the night with a huge women's triple threat match, or do you want to end it with the craziness with Punk and Seth and maybe Roman there? Who knows? But I will say, if you're asking me, Denise, between whatever potential match comes out of Bianca, Rhea, and IYO versus Jay versus Gunther, what main events between those two, I'm taking the women.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hearing you say all of this, it still reminds me that we still don't know what Roman's going to do. And I can't imagine Roman not being in this main event. CM Punk, what the hell is he going to do? Is he going to get his main event? But speaking specifically, though, of this match here, you're right in the sense that I also kind of thought that they saw her, IYO SKY, as a second tier top women's champion. But man, I kind of feel a little bit torn here, Santi, because I know this is going to be a great match. If they do IYO and Bianca as this, I know it's going to be a great match. But here's the thing. My dream match, specifically me, was Bianca and Rhea. And so I am hoping that this does become a triple threat, because that is the only way, because I'm thinking, what the hell is Rhea Ripley going to do? If she's out of this match, what the hell is Rhea Ripley going to do for WrestleMania? And I'm just sitting here going, this is something that now, here's the thing though. I don't know about you, but originally when we thought that it was going to be Bianca versus Rhea, I was so torn on who was going to come out winning that. We know Bianca Belair has her streak. We know that Rhea Ripley is a very, very popular person. So I was imagining that they would want to keep the championship on her a longer period of time, considering that she just won it back after, X amount of months, and how long it took her to win her title back from Liv Morgan, right? And so now, if we get this match between Bianca and IYO, I want Bianca to win this. Or if we do Bianca, IYO, and Rhea, I still want Bianca to win this, if they do triple threat or not. And the reason for that is just to get her back on top and get her back as a top singles champion. So does this sort of change your perception of what you think might be the outcome for this match, and whether or not we're going to see another new champion crowned? Or do you think IYO completely reigns, has a good strong reign?
Look, I know I went on a little rant there about how it feels like IYO SKY is now this like top tier women's talent that's treated like the Biancas and the Rheas of the world, but I still can't help that she's being given the title to give the new champion confetti moment to somebody that's bigger than her in terms of star power, which could be Rhea or Bianca. I think both scenarios I could absolutely see. I could see WWE wanting to give Rhea that big moment, or Bianca that big moment, but I just don't see a world where, as unpredictable as this was and as crazy to see IYO SKY win, I don't see a world where IYO SKY, when she is literally in the ring in a match against the 1A and 1B in terms of overall popularity in all of WWE, I don't see IYO SKY walking out. It almost feels like they're giving her the championships to give the big Mania moment and celebration to the bigger name that WWE has over IYO SKY.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. And I feel bad because I do love IYO SKY. I think she's phenomenal, but it's hard for me to imagine them picking her over Rhea and Bianca when it comes to this WrestleMania match. We do have a couple of super chats to get into. This is from Matthew Campbell, who says IYO is the best active women's wrestler in any company at the moment. It's really hard to argue that. I think at the end of the day, it comes down to taste, because my favorite current active women's wrestler is Bianca Belair. I think she's top notch when it comes to pro wrestling. Santi, who's your current for the women?
It's literally IYO. So my reaction, I literally ran out of the room when they decided to give her the title. I ran out of the freaking room. IYO is my favorite right now.
Oh man, it's your favorite versus my favorite.
Yeah.
We're gonna have war, Santi. Consider this war. Matthew Campbell, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Heidi Ho here with a very generous super chat who says, I thought Bianca had a heelish attitude tonight. Plus, Naomi is somewhere in an intensive care unit on life support while she's dancing and skipping around the ring. Bianca is definitely a heel now. See, I still do not see Bianca as a heel. Santi, I trust that she did not know that Naomi had done this evil thing to Jade Cargill.
Listen, have you seen the internet the internet detectives like breaking down the footage of what happened at Elimination Chamber? Do you want me to explain to you what?
Yes,
okay, all right, okay. It's kind of interesting. So why, if Naomi attacked Jade, why wasn't she expecting the attack? Why was she just sort of like standing there and kind of looked back at Bianca and then the attack happened? If you go back, when Jade's music hits, Naomi's confused. But if you look at the pod, Bianca's taking off her jacket like she's ready to fight.
No.
Little subtle things that people are noticing. If you go back and watch it, it is Bianca that's like getting ready into fighting stance while Naomi's like, what the hell's going on?
No.
Go back and watch it. Go back and watch it.
I have been very, very adamant about this, Santi. I have been very adamant that Bianca Belair was not a mastermind in this, that Bianca Belair was not a part of this. And I go back to one major key moment. The moment the attack was revealed, if you remember, was during that triple threat match for the United States Championship tournament. Bianca ended up leaving that match, which ended up costing her an opportunity to advance in the tournament and become the United States champion, the inaugural United States champion. Why would Bianca do that to herself, screwing herself out of a big moment in her career in order for all of this for her just to like betray Jade Cargill?
Man,
that's the part that keeps me going back to
I
it.
think there could be a moment where it was all masterminded by both of them, and maybe we get Naomi saying, I did it for Bianca.
If we do get that line, though, I will pop. But man, it's so funny because a lot of people really do want Bianca to turn heel. And I feel like maybe that's why the internet detectives are like really, really looking at that stuff to basically just suit their narrative. But then I'm trying to suit my narrative. So I guess we're all doing the same thing.
It is interesting when I saw somebody pointing it out. Oh, that's like a pretty cool little nuance if it ends up being that way. Because like, I tweeted about this. I was like, WTF was Naomi's long-term plan. Like, the only way that this would have worked if she literally killed Jade. And Jade would never, because the second Jade come back, the jig was up, you know?
Yeah. Well, who knows? Maybe she tried and she just didn't get the job done. I mean, she did throw her into a car. Chances are, Santi, you and I get thrown into a car, it's going to be done for us.
It's over.
Yeah, it's done. Exactly.
No, I roll my ankle. I'm done for 5 years.
Wait, you really did roll your ankle?
No, but if I did, it's
if
over.
you did.
I don't recover very well anymore.
Oh no, Santi, you're going through that phase now if you're live. Heidi Ho, thank you so much for the super chat. We got Jim here who says, power of friendship to help IYO win their moves. Dang, there you go. You got something there. You got
Did you pick that up? Did you notice that?
I didn't pick that up. No.
Okay, so at one point, IYO does Dakota Kai's running boot into the insane elbow drop into the Oscar lock. So there's the power of friendship that he's talking about.
Thank you, Jim. See, I did not pick that up at all. So thank you for pointing that out. We got Gio here who says, I'm so happy for IYO SKY because she was my first favorite wrestler after decades of not watching wrestling. Triple threat is happening, baby. See, it's interesting like how everyone's also expecting a triple threat now, but how do we get Rhea into this triple threat? How do we make it a triple threat?
Look, we had that moment where a lot of people were confused as to why referee Jessica Carr didn't call for a DQ, where Bianca pushed, right? There's your in. There's your in. It should have been a disqualification. Adam Pearce, where's Adam bloody Pearce? You know, we're probably going to get that moment.
Okay, I hope so, because that'll be like the moment of like, why the F didn't you do this? All right, I get it. Thank you, Gio. We got Ben Fossey here who says, is Roxanne Perez on both shows or only NXT? They haven't really specifically said. She's kind of been on both shows. She made an appearance last week on Raw. She made no appearance on this week at all. So, but I'm still sort of I'm predicting that her match with Jordynne Grace will probably be her last match on NXT, and then she'll kind of go off and be a full-time main roster member is what I imagine.
Yeah, I'm expecting that as well, because the last time that we had Jordynne Grace on NXT, she was taking L's to Roxanne. She's going to get that W back.
Oh, for sure. Thank you so much, Ben, for the super chat. All right, with that being said, wow. All right, let's take a pause from the women and get into the other big story. Now, we kicked off Monday Night Raw in a way that I thought was absolutely superb because we got the version, Santi, of CM Punk that I love the most. The asshole. I'm going to say what I want and give zero fucks whatsoever about any of it. We had CM Punk call out The Rock, say he called him a bald fraud, saying that he was going through a midlife crisis, called out John Cena and basically said that it was BS, that he had been all of what he had done throughout his career pretending to be a babyface was just a BS, and he betrayed all the children, etc. Seth Rollins called out Becky Lynch as part of this, basically telling Becky to come get her man or something like that. And he was on a row here. This basically led to Seth Rollins coming out, and we got a very, very intense brawl that lasted several minutes. They tried to separate them. They kept coming back to each other. We did see them at one point in the back later on in the show fighting once again. This was ugly. This was nasty, Santi, but damn, was it good.
Oh, it was maybe my favorite segment of the entire year so far. You and I were already doing the show. I remember us kind of like goofing and laughing at the crappy brawl that they had going into Raw Netflix, that it just looked like they were miming instead of fighting. This fixed that. That was an awesome brawl. It went into, because you watch the international version of Netflix now, right?
Yes. I'm always in Toronto, Canada now.
Beautiful. So they were fighting through the commercial break on Netflix as well. The brawl continued there, and then it continued later on in the night until we eventually got that steel cage match at Madison Square Garden. I didn't realize that it was an MSG show next week, which is, I should have, considering I knew NXT was an MSG. It only makes sense that Raw is there. I literally don't know why I didn't connect those dots. But that promo, the viciousness, that's something we haven't seen out of Punk since maybe some of those nasty AEW promos with MJF, I would say.
That collision promo, the one that he went off on Young Bucks and Hangman and said your favorite wrestlers are soft.
Yes, right. That's the unhinged Punk that we miss oh so dearly, because in WWE, he's been great on the mic, still the best in the company, but it definitely feels like he's been a lot more controlled. When I saw Punk take off the WWE logo out of the things that he was saying, I'm like, oh, it's pipe bomb time. And the things that he was saying about The Rock, like you said, the midlife crisis, you bald-headed fraud. We're so sick and tired of your dumb shit just coming here when showing your goosebumps. Nobody cares about that. And going to talk about Cena, talking about how like everything that you've been feeding all these kids has just been bullshit. It was just such a good promo, immediately followed by that brawl. It's one of my favorite things that I've seen in a really, really long time on Monday Night Raw. What a great way to start the show. And the fact that they're already doing Rollins and Punk before Mania, I would assume that this is setting up the return of Roman, who loves to return at Madison Square Garden, loves to have big moments at Madison Square Garden. And I can only assume we're going to have Roman next week.
Dude, and that's the crazy part, because we are in a position right now where it could be Seth versus Roman, or it could be CM Punk versus Roman. Literally, pick a lane, Triple H. We can do either one. We have the time, and they have started telling both of the stories. Because it's a little bit different with Seth and Roman, because they had so much history together. But they have started basically telling both of those stories, and now it's just a matter of which road do we want to go down here with this. And by the way, so after Netflix, the match with CM Punk and Seth Rollins, I thought they were done, by the way. I thought this story was over. I didn't think it was going to continue any further. After what happened at the Elimination Chamber, I'm thinking, oh, snap, this is actually going to be the WrestleMania match, Seth versus CM Punk. So that's what I was expecting. And then when they said it was going to be for Madison Square Garden, I was like you too. I didn't realize that Raw was at Madison Square Garden. I also thought it was only NXT. And the only reason I thought that was because they're doing the Madison Square Garden theater show.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought, oh, okay, it's just this little portion and that's what they're going to do. And so I was kind of surprised by the fact that they are going to do it on Raw. And so the fact that this is going to be a steel cage match, here's the thing. Seth Rollins lost in a pretty big high profile match to CM Punk on the premiere of Netflix. Obviously, there was a lot of eyeballs on that show. Does he lose again to CM Punk?
He can't. I think he needs to win.
You think?
I don't want that. Look, I think if Seth is going to lose, it should be because of Roman, or maybe the match ends in a no contest and Roman just takes out both of them. And then this is how we do a triple threat. And if that ends up being the triple threat, look, apparently today's podcast theme is triple threats. If they do that triple threat, no title needed. That's main eventing night one. If I said this in a YouTube video, if it weren't for the Cena heel turn, this is in contention for main eventing night two, because Roman has a history of main eventing without titles on the line like he did with Undertaker. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. But at the very minimum, that's going to main event night one, just on the star power alone.
Dude, I'm so torn right now. Because that's the thing, when we get Roman and CM Punk, I want that to be one-on-one. When we get Roman and Seth, I want that to be one-on-one. And I'm like a bigger CM Punk fan, which is why I want CM Punk to kind of defeat Seth Rollins again. But I also understand that Seth Rollins does need to get a little something in here too. So if CM Punk does win, I do like your scenario of this maybe being Roman Reigns costing Seth Rollins. Mind you, we have not seen Roman Reigns at all since the Royal Rumble, and he's clearly going to be pissed off at Seth Rollins. So I hope that's the outcome we end up seeing.
Yeah, I do hope so as well. I think that if it was any other time but the road to WrestleMania, I would say we need a clean finish. But I feel based on the venue that we're in at Madison Square Garden, based on the context that we're about to go to the European tour, we're right around the corner from WrestleMania, based on the history that all three of these guys have, I've married myself to the idea that Roman needs to interfere. I need it.
I'm here for it, all right? As long as it means CM Punk gets the win. But then also, okay, but let's say they do Roman and Seth, and they don't do a triple threat match. Where does this leave CM Punk for WrestleMania?
Well, nowhere. That's why that's the only place. Like, it's the place to do it. Which, like, I would have loved just Roman versus Punk, but you know, you've already pulled the trigger on heel Cena. You know, you've pulled the trigger on that. That bullet is out of the chamber. You can't stop that one. I just don't think that right now it makes sense for the favor being to get Punk into the main event of WrestleMania. I feel like because of the context of the heel turn already happening, if the swerve was going to be that the heel turn happened at Mania, then maybe, yeah, Punk being in that triple threat might make a little bit of sense with how Punk lost in the Elimination Chamber, having a little bit of justification. But now, based on how everything went down with Cena and Cody, that should just be a one-on-one. It really should just be those two. So Punk, we need to fit him somewhere else, and the best place that he fits, and he fits pretty beautifully, is in the Seth and Roman scenario.
I second that. I agree. All right, we got a couple of super chats to get into. We got Rare Gamer 99 here who says, Lisa Tequila, what's in the box? Oh, that's another topic that we got to get into.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
All right, well, let's get to it right now since we're mentioning it. So Chad Gable is basically trying to figure out, what is he trying to figure out? He's trying to figure out how to beat
the arts of Lucha Libre, how to be able to defeat luchadors. Yes.
So he ends up coming across this man that we do not see his face, but he has this like white beard, and he gives them a box and he says it's in here. Got to be a mask, right?
I laughed at the idea and the notion that it could be Hulk Hogan's old Mr. America mask.
No. Oh my God. I would die. I'd be like, put that someplace else. What are we doing?
I would assume it's a mask. I don't know. Like, we'll see. Have you ever watched Cobra Kai?
No.
The show?
No.
Okay, Cobra Kai is like the Netflix follow-up to the Karate Kid
right?
movies from the 80s. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't seen Cobra Kai. It's like the most LA thing. Like, it's your neck of the woods. It's like, it's such an LA show.
I'm not like an action kind of person. I tend to have to be forced to watch those.
Listen, you're into wrestling. Cobra Kai is as close as it gets to wrestling because there are heel turns. One of the characters will all of a sudden be like, what? You're aligned with that person? There's like reveals. I'm telling you, Cobra Kai is right up your goddamn alley. It's corny in the same levels of professional wrestling, and you don't even need to be into the Karate Kid movies. There's my pitch for Cobra Kai. It is professional wrestling done by Netflix. Yeah, so like the whole like, oh, this is the master, I'm gonna go find my way, I need to go learn the ways. It's very Cobra Kai, very, very Cobra Kai. I hate that they left it in in a cliffhanger, considering it already took him 4 freaking weeks to get there. And it didn't seem like he traveled very far. That literally just looks like a neighborhood in San Diego, or maybe even like just in Mexico over there. Like it sounded like he traveled to like freaking Fiji with how long it took him, but he could have just gotten there with a quick Spirit Airlines flight.
Yeah, seriously, legit. It was funny. We were all making jokes of like what's in the box. And we are like, maybe he's getting some mazapanes, some tamales, some churros. Let's see what's in the box. But here's the thing, though, since we're on the topic right now of lucha and luchadors, we need to get into some news that actually broke way before Raw. This was actually an early news story today. And that, my friends, is that Rey Fénix is officially a free agent. He was removed from the AEW roster page. It's been confirmed that he's done with AEW. Now, of course, as many of you guys know, his brother is Penta. They were the Lucha Brothers. And now, pretty much as everybody's assumption is that Rey Fénix is coming to WWE. Dang, are you looking forward to this? Were you sort of like surprised that it finally happened after so many reports and things going back and forth as to whether or not Rey was going to be done with AEW? How'd you feel about it?
I felt relieved. It was really uncomfortable seeing that saga play out on social media.
He deleted the tweets, by the way.
Yeah, just things that should have been kept in closed doors. Just seeing that being aired out, it was really uncomfortable. So I'm glad that it's sorted out. That's the best situation for both parties. Like they weren't going to use Rey Fénix anyway. Rey Fénix was not happy. He was airing all of those frustrations. Best thing you could do here is just let him walk away so that he doesn't continue to damage the reputation of your company and damage the perception of how you treat wrestlers. Because in my opinion, that's what Rey Fénix was doing. But once I heard about the releases and the contract releases of Malachi Black and Ricky Starks, all right, we started a new way that Tony Khan handles these contracts now, because he's not holding on tight for dear life anymore. He's just like, okay, you don't want to work here, get out of here. Like we saw that very clearly with Malachi and with Ricky Saints now. So it only made sense that the next step would be the most disgruntled guy that he has in Rey Fénix. I'm excited to see Rey Fénix and Penta together. I mean, it's an inevitability, right? Like it literally would make no sense for Rey Fénix to go anywhere else. The Raw tag team division could really benefit from having them there, but to a degree, it kind of bums me up for Penta, because Penta got himself over as a single star, like over as a single star. So like, do we now have to pivot Penta and just kind of shoehorn him into the tag team division simply because that's the only place for Rey Fénix to fit, which is alongside Penta? Or do we give SmackDown a luchador in Rey Fénix and give SmackDown a taste of what the Lucha Brothers are like and save their reunion for somewhere later down the line? There's different ways to go about it, but I like Penta as a singles right now.
I've been seeing a lot of people echo that same sentiment, that they want Penta to kind of do his own thing and they want Rey Fénix to do his own thing. I'm completely opposite of that. Okay. I am so ready to see the Lucha Brothers reunited, just because I do think that Rey Fénix is the stronger performer out of the two. And he tends to, and I think he has the better matches. I think he's the one that is a little bit more flashier and a little bit more crisp and clean in the ring too. So for me, I'm like, dude, put them together. Like, when's the last time we were talking about the tag team division kind of being a little bit of a bust. When's the last time, like, we've been needing a big explosive tag team? And here's the thing, I'm a fan of not only seeing people together as a tag team, and I think WWE could get better at this, but also having those people that are in a tag team still work singles matches. Like, we did get to see a lot of that in AEW, where we did get to see Rey Fénix have his own singles matches, Penta with his own singles matches, and that was great. And then they'd come together and do their thing, right? I would love to see something similar to that over in WWE, where you had them as a tag team. Because think about how much they're so cool and they look so cool together, and the presentation is so cool of them. Think of all of the money-making opportunities there are when you're promoting the Lucha Brothers.
No, you're 100% right. Like, I love the Lucha Brothers like together as a tag team. They are so unbelievably entertaining. They really are. Look, it's this is the most first world problem that you could have. Like, it really is. Like, you're good either way, regardless of what you do with these guys, whether you want to immediately put them in the tag team division or not. Here's the thing, like, you put them in the tag team division of Raw, you could literally build the tag team division off the backs of the Lucha Brothers. We had a great tag team match today, but in my opinion, the Lucha Brothers are significantly, like, levels better than War Raiders and the Creed Brothers. And that's saying a lot because they're very good and they put on bangers tonight.
I agree, man. I agree. All right, we got Jennifer Suna here who says, I'd love to see Seth team up with Rock and Cena so we get Rock, Seth, Cena versus Cody, Punk, Roman for night 1 of the main event. See, I can't see Seth doing that because he was so opposed of The Rock last year for WrestleMania. And even then, he was the one who called out Cody when Cody was making his decision. And he said, like, what a slap in the face for you to even sell your soul to The Rock.
Dude, okay. So I got one question for you before we move on from this super chat. I've had people talking about the possibility of somebody else entering the equation, you know, like creating this new faction, this authority, Travis Scott, The Rock, John Cena. Is there somebody that you have in mind coming in here?
Dude, I've been trying to think about this, and I truly do not know who would fit into that role. I know a couple of people were mentioning Drew McIntyre, and Drew McIntyre, I'm like split 50-50, right? Because Drew McIntyre has been really pissed off at WWE and the authorities and all of this, right? All the bullshit that he's had to deal with. So I can see him giving in to The Rock and selling his soul and all of that crap. But at the exact same time, Drew McIntyre is that a-hole that would be like, nah, this is BS. Who the hell's going to sell their soul? This and that. Although, actually, now that I think about it, didn't he have a moment with Cody Rhodes where he did say that he would do it? Or did he say he wouldn't? I think he said he would on SmackDown.
I don't even remember.
I feel like that did happen. So either way, Drew McIntyre, it's like 50-50. I think it could go either way.
Oh, I think what you're talking about was CM Punk. He's like a young CM Punk would have taken that in a heartbeat.
No, I think it was Drew.
Okay,
I'm
right.
pretty sure Drew had a moment with them, unless I'm inventing it.
What about Randy Orton? History with Cody, history with John Cena. He could go out there. It looks like he's going to help Cody, but then aligns with Cena, another mortal enemy. I don't know.
Ooh, someone in the chat just said Jacob Fatu, but instead it got me thinking, what about Solo Sikoa?
Ew.
He's kind of lost in the winds right now.
Please, don't even put that into the universe. Move on. Let's move on.
I take it back. I take it back. All right, take it back. All right, Jennifer, thank you so much. We got Ahmed M. Habsi here. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says, do you guys think Roman will be involved with Cena and Cody? See, there's a part of me that thinks it can happen, but at some point would it feel too convoluted? But at the same time, I mean, he's got history with these people. How can he not have something to say about it?
I don't want it to be the case, but I could see it happening. It all depends on what happens at Madison Square Garden and how hype his return is if it does end up happening, because like you said, too convoluted. Like the Roman, Seth, and Punk stuff is already so meaty in itself. To see Roman trying to back and forth in another feud that's bigger than the one he's already in would be a little bit too much.
That's kind of how I'm feeling too. Ahmed, thank you so much for the super chat. We got E24G who says, Bianca forgot to take off her jacket, realized how hot it was inside the pop. LOL, Santi, prop on your PLE Siege Drake interactions. Happy for you. Dude, I've been meaning to ask you about that. What scoops did you get from Drake sitting in front of you?
Well, what I learned is that the man travels with his own freaking NFL football team, the security team, and the size of those men. You met me. I'm a big dude, right?
I literally showed up and I was like, oh my God, you're so tall.
Okay. The guy beside me dwarfed me, made me look like you compared to me. That's like what Drake was carrying around in terms of his entourage. But yeah, it was pretty funny because the seats in front of us were empty for like the first 5 minutes of the women's chamber match. And these guys in the third row, they try to like, they just try to be like, oh, I'm just going to sit in the front row. They got moved so quickly. They're like, no, this is reserved for an A-list celebrity. And all of us were like, A-list celebrity? Who's showing up? Even the guy beside me was a celebrity, Andrew Fung of a Netflix show called Kim's Convenience. Even he's just like, yo, A-list celebrity, who's showing up? And then in comes Drake, and we're like starstruck. Like, I know Drake right now is the butt of every joke right now, but like, I'm from the Toronto area. That's a Toronto legend. So to see Drake like right there, I was like, yo, that is insane. But Drake no-sold like half of the show, by the way. He was like not reacting to like anything.
What? Was he just like serious?
Very, very serious the entire time. He got excited for a moment during Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But that's about it. That's like the only time he showed any emotion.
I was a little surprised that WWE didn't put him on the screen with like all the celebrities.
I got insight on that. I do have insight on that.
What is it?
They asked him. He said no. Lil Yachty was beside him too. Lil Yachty was literally on Raw a couple of weeks ago for the New Day segment with Xavier's family. He was Lil Yachty has been with WWE. So they went to all the celebrities and they asked them, is it okay? Most of them said yes. Drake and Lil Yachty said no.
That's interesting because I thought that would be the reason that they showed up, was to obviously give a little bit of a celebrity kind of a rub, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think they just wanted to enjoy the show.
Wow. That's so cool though. That's so cool. What an experience though, to get to see that and like to be with it, like all happening there. That's very, very awesome.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. E24G, thank you so much for the super chat. And now, by the way, Tony Khan has the opportunity to do something very, very funny, but damn, I can only hope for it. E24, thank you so much. We got JJ Castillo here who says, I'm excited to see this heel Cena run considering the feud he could potentially post-Mania. I feel like WWE is planning something big during the 2-week European tour. I have no idea what they might be doing for that European tour. However, I think right now they are kind of, on this path of just trying to shock people and surprise people. So who knows, man, it can happen.
I was going to ask you a question, content creator to content creator. Are you going to watch this at live, or are you going to wait until later on in the night when most of your audience expects you to live stream?
Wait, so what are they doing? I thought the European show was just house shows.
No. Oh, no. The European tour is a bunch of Raws and SmackDowns in the lead up to WrestleMania.
What?
Like a lot of them.
But it's going to air live, or is it going to air on tape delay?
Airs live at what would be my 2 p.m. and your 11 a.m.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? When does this start?
It starts later in March. The thing is that I'm confused about SmackDown, right? Because SmackDown in the United States has a TV deal, but it's on Netflix. So, like, am I going to get it live on live when it's there? I don't know.
Right. Okay. See, I was under the assumption that they were just going to air it on tape delay and it would still be in the same time that it normally is.
No, they said it's live. They've confirmed that it's going to be live at the time that it's being produced.
So for me, West Coast time, that's 11 a.m.
It should be around 11 a.m. Like it's 5-hour difference for me, 8-hour difference for you.
Oh, this is great. So you're telling me my Mondays will be done super hella early?
Okay, so that answers my question. You're going to do it when it's live.
Yes, I was like, say that would definitely be. I'm glad you told me this because I was just going to be like, oh, it's on tape delay. I'm just going to show up at the normal time that I normally do.
Yeah,
wow.
But I am curious what they're going to do with SmackDown, because SmackDown has the TV deal in the States. Like, is it still going to be at 8 p.m. on TV in the States? Yeah. But then the rest of the world has already seen it live on Netflix? It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that would be kind of weird. But good thing I have VPN now, so I should be able to watch it whenever they air it. So I'll be good on that. Man, thank you so much for letting me know that, JJ and Santi. I feel so out of the loop right now. Thank you so much. We got Hassan Butler here who says, only way a Punk Roman Seth triple threat makes sense to me is if it decides number one contender for WWE champ, Evil Cena, Punk versus Cena at Backlash. Shit, I forgot WrestleMania Oh, they're not calling it WrestleMania Backlash anymore.
Do we even have a date for that? I'm trying to. Do we even have a date for Backlash? Because
No.
it's my birthday in May when Backlash is, and we're holding off. We want to go to a Pitbull concert in Miami. Mr. Worldwide.
Wait,
Dale.
hold the phone. Hold the phone. When's your birthday?
May 3rd.
Are you a Taurus?
Am I a Taurus? Yes, I am.
I'm a Taurus too. May 18th.
That's why we vibe. That's why we vibe.
There,
right
I
there.
was gonna say, this is great. This is
That's
so
why
great.
we vibe. Yeah,
You know
so I
what's
want to go.
crazy? You're a Taurus. I'm a Taurus. Chris Van Vliet is a Taurus.
The Rock's a Taurus.
Oh, The Rock's a Taurus?
He's May 2nd.
Oh shit. Like, what the hell is going on with those freaking, like, you know, the bull? It's the bull thing. It's the, you know, the mentality.
It is. It
Oh
is.
shit, this is great.
But yeah, so we're waiting to book the Mr. Worldwide tour for Pitbull, because last year Backlash was like really early May. It was like on my birthday. So like I'm waiting, like, okay, I don't want to book this Pitbull concert and travel until I know when Backlash is, so we can at the very least work around it.
And it's probably going to be an international show, because they've been doing internationals for Backlash, haven't they? Wasn't it at Paris?
They did Puerto Rico and then Leon. There was a bunch of rumors. I don't know if you saw those rumors on Twitter that it was Mexico City.
Yeah, I did see those rumors, but I thought that those were debunked already.
They weren't debunked. They were denied by WWE. Not WWE didn't say that it's not going to Mexico. They just said we haven't announced anything.
Okay. See, that would be great. I would love to do that. Awesome. Well, dang, there's a lot to get excited about there. Hassan Batla, thank you so much. We got Anthony Giuliano here, who says, look like we're getting AJ Styles versus Logan Paul and Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. See, I was under the assumption we were going to get AJ Styles, Bron Breakker, but now it looks like they're moving that into Bron Breakker and Finn Balor. AJ Styles did say he's going to call out Logan Paul and even made a whole ass appointment for this next week. AJ Styles, Logan Paul, does this tickle your fancy, Santi?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not going to be AJ Styles going after the Intercontinental Championship, I feel like this is the best next available thing in terms of high profile matches for AJ Styles, and definitely the best available option for Logan Paul. So sure, I'm in.
Hassan, thank you, Anthony. We got Hassan Batla here, who says, also, who do y'all want to see Travis Scott fight? Are you a Travis Scott fan? I don't know like shit about him other than the whole controversy.
Travis Scott's huge. I love Travis Scott. I do. It's funny. I had this conversation with my chat. I'm big into rap. I'm big into rap culture. Rappers come and go like that. Now, Travis Scott is definitely mainstay. He's here to stay for a really long time. But like the big rappers of like for example, in the 2010s, and then your chat will probably understand this a little bit more. You couldn't turn on the radio without hearing Fetty Wap, and then Fetty Wap disappeared, criminal charges, all this stuff, and then like now he's basically non-existent. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to Travis Scott, but there's going to be somebody else that comes in that's going to be much bigger than Travis Scott later on down the line. And then somebody bigger than that person and somebody bigger than that person, to the point where this moment, the Cena heel turn that's going to be replayed, Denise, for 40 years. Like they still play the Hogan heel turn. That's still one of the biggest moments, the Austin heel turn. This is a heritage moment for WWE. Is now going to have Travis Scott covering himself up with sage during that segment. I feel like Travis Scott is cool in the moment now, but I feel like in the long term, we're going to regret that he's a part of that.
Shit. See, because like I knew he had like a really big fan base just based off of what I've seen online on the timeline and stuff. So I'm like, oh, they seem very, very passionate, but they also seem very, very crazy. Like I always see people being like, oh, it's too dangerous to go to his concerts and things like that. And that's literally like the extent of what I knew about Travis Scott.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. WWE has already worked with somebody much bigger than Travis Scott, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is a god in Latin America. Like the pull that Bad Bunny has is insane. He dwarfs what Travis Scott can bring in.
Wow. Imagine if Bad Bunny could have been involved in this moment.
That would have been, oh my God. Bad Bunny would have been so much more sick. Would have been so much more sick than Travis Scott.
Yeah, that's wild. Thank you so much, Hassan. We got Dave Arlo here who says Rock, Punk, Cody, Cena, Roman, Seth, Drew. I still think they might go into Drew and Damian. That still seems like something they're interested in pulling there.
Oh yeah, they're dead set on that, and everyone hates it. It's Drew Damian.
Wild. Dave Arlo, thank you so much for the super chat. And I do hope we get to see Rock Punk, but we'll see, man, if that eventually happens at some point. We got Toby here who says, at Chamber, why did they eliminate Drew before Punk came in? I wanted to revisit it for a few things. That could be a forever feud like Kevin and Sammy. They might have done it because maybe they didn't want to be like, oh, well, we've already seen so much between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre that maybe they felt it would have been too much. That's my assumption. I don't know if there was anything else there. That's honestly what I'm thinking there. Thank you, Toby. We got Anthony Giuliano who says, you also got Britt Baker released too. I did not see nothing about Britt Baker being released. So just, yeah, no, that's nowhere to be found. So just make sure you're always getting your news from like reliable places. F4W, Fightful, PW Insider. Those are your top 3 in pro wrestling when it comes to news breaking. Anthony Giuliano. So if it's not from one of those websites, just double check. Lawrence Ross here says, hi, Santi and Lisa. So thrilled EO won. Ready for this story to develop. Sorry, but I love the 3-way. Yeah, I would love
Why
it
are
for
you
it to be
Lisa?
a 3-way. Oh my gosh, you haven't seen the moment with The Rock and what happened to me?
Oh, yeah. You got called Lisa.
I got called Lisa. It was so funny. I felt it was, yeah. Rock was like, Lisa was it? And I was like, oh no, it's Denise.
Honestly, had The Rock look like if it was me, and he'd be like, oh, it's Jorgensen, right? I'd be like, yas. I wouldn't have the balls to tell the final boss that he got it wrong.
That's what a lot of people were saying, that like I had balls to do that, but I'm like, I would have hated it for The Rock to have my name wrong, you know? But I mean, he could have literally gotten me with it doesn't matter what your name is. I did an edit of that and I put a little clip of The Rock saying that instead. That was great. But yes, I'm Lisa now, and Lisa is far more over than Denise. We got B True 23 here. By the way, thank you, Lawrence. We got B True here who says Rhea versus Bianca on SmackDown or Raw, possibly to make it a triple threat. I would not want them to throw that match away on like a Raw or SmackDown. Agreed. I hate to say it, but yeah, definitely not. Thank you, Be True 23. We got Jacob Tatum here who says Jay and Gunther has been slow and excitement. And what would you do to make the match more interesting? And how long do you think John Cena's heel turn would last? I'm thinking John Cena's heel turn lasts around to SummerSlam-ish, around there, because you're obviously going to want to use the tail end of his year to get him back to a baby face, because he ain't going to retire a heel. That's not going to happen.
He has to have his come to Jesus moment.
Yes. And then Jay and Gunther, have you noticed, Santi, that for the last few weeks, like maybe the last 2 or 3 weeks, everything has pretty much been about Gunther, and Jey Uso will come in like at the tail end of whatever segment Gunther's doing?
And yeah, they're letting Jey Uso cut his emotional promos backstage, which like I don't know how to feel about that, because that's now almost back-to-back weeks where we've had Jey Uso cut fantastic promos in the back, not in the ring.
Yep, that is true. Thank you, Jacob. We got T-Max034 who says, ain't no May the 4th on my second Santi Sith. LOL.
Wow, that is a lot.
Wait, I'm trying to understand this. Hold on.
May the 4th is Star Wars Day.
Yeah.
May the 4th be with you. I'm May 3rd. And ain't no May the 4th on May 2nd, Santi Sith. I think he's calling me the Sith because I'm right before Star Wars
May the
Day?
4th. Yeah. Okay. T-Mac.
I don't know. That was a wildly difficult message to follow, though.
T-Mac also says, my boy John Cena didn't sell out. Cena bought in. Hey, if we start seeing John Cena get more bookings in Hollywood, we're going to know why. Thank you, T-Mac. We got David Arlo here who says CM Punk called out The Rock. I can see next week Rock costing Punk. Next week setting up night 1, Punk versus Rock main event night 1 with Roman, Seth, Drew at WrestleMania. I mean, the fact that he called out The Rock, obviously The Rock is going to have to say some words to CM Punk at some point. I'm going to be honest with you. I wish that this was happening. I don't know if it is, though, because of everything going down with Cody Rhodes and that whole story.
I mean, if I'm The Rock, I wouldn't want to step into a mic battle against CM Punk.
Oh, that would be one. I would love to see it. Thank you, Dave. We got Dan Jackson here who says WWE came a long way from Kevin Federline. Dude, I forgot Kevin Federline was a thing. Holy smokes. Wow.
What was he famous for? Dating?
He was married. He was married to Brittany and had 2 kids with her.
But like that's his claim to fame, right? That he
Yeah,
was
and
a
then she
Britney backup
literally has
dancer.
been supporting him the whole time until the kids, like, she's been paying like not child support, like whatever
Alimony.
money she had, alimony to freaking Kevin Federline this whole freaking time, which is
That's
just
crazy.
insane.
That's
It's so insane.
crazy.
Makes me so mad. Damn, thank you so much. We got Execute Cena Order 66 here who says, I seen A&E post about Paul Heyman maybe joining The Rock.
username's killing me. You know what Order 66 is?
No.
It's when the Sith Lord commands Anakin Skywalker. So the Sith Lord being The Rock, Anakin Skywalker being John Cena. Order 66 is to eliminate all Jedi. So there's a famous scene in Return of the in episode 3 where Anakin, John Cena in that movie, pulls out a lightsaber in like a daycare of young little kid what are they called? Jedis, implying that he went in and killed all the little kid Jedis. It's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Execute Order 66.
What's up? I'm learning something.
I'm here to explain all
new. Execute Cena Order 66 says, I see an A&E post about Paul Heyman maybe joining The Rock. Then later down the line, CM Punk uses that favor to get the title off of Cena. Could that happen? Let me see. Paul Heyman maybe joining The Rock. Then later down the line, CM Punk uses that favor to get the title off Cena. Could that happen? I don't know, because, I mean, the last we saw, Paul Heyman acknowledges Roman Reigns. Wouldn't him acknowledging The Rock, overstep that with Roman Reigns?
I would think so.
Right. So that's kind of
Logically.
where my train of thought is on that. So I'm going to say no for now on this. No for now. Thank you so much, though, for the super chat. We got McTaro here who says too much tequila for The Rock. Literally. I love that he found a way to promote his tequila. And I had just been saying this, Santi, like a week ago. I was like, yeah, The Rock always finds some place to promote his tequila. And then somehow I ended up getting involved with his tequila promotion.
The master marketer. He's the master marketer.
Yes, Mitaru, thank you so much for the super chat. Bless you, Santi. All right, with that being said, did you get sick too?
I've got the wrestling plague. Every
Me
wrestling
too.
show, I've got the wrestling plague.
Dude, I had to drink Theraflu during this stream. I had my Ricola. My throat's been like scratchy. It's been kind of brutal there. But anyways, let's go ahead and continue on with the items that we didn't get to really quickly on this freaking show. Gunther defeated Otis. This was a fun matchup here. Any thoughts, Santi?
A great match. Great match. Great hard-hitting match. It's a reminder of how missed of an opportunity the summer was in not pulling the trigger on an Otis push.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball there. Lyra Valkyria defeated Ivy Nile to retain her Intercontinental Championship. This was a fun match, but the crowd really did not give a damn about this match.
Didn't give a damn, but Lyra, oh my God, she's so good. Lyra in that match, there was a 3-minute sequence where she had all the offense where I was in awe at how good and crisp she is.
Dude, I feel like the one thing that they need to do with Lyra, because you're right, she's very impressive, is they just need to give her more of a chance to connect with the crowd, show her personality, because right now we just know okay, she's going to deliver on a good match, but what else, right? And for her to really become a megastar, we're going to have to see a little bit more. Alrighty, with that being said, we also got Ludwig Kaiser cutting a promo. Penta comes out. They have a little bit of an altercation there. Anything that really stood out to you with Penta and Ludwig Kaiser?
Not too much. What does stand out to me is how cool Penta looks in street clothes and his mask at the same time.
Yeah, the red jacket was pretty sweet. The War Raiders successfully defended their tag team titles against the Creed brothers. I think for the most part, we know the Creed brothers at some point are going to become champions. It just wasn't the right time right now, but this was still a fine match.
The match was great. There was a moment where, and if I'm remembering correctly, the sequence, it was a 450 splash into a superplex to a moonsault, then another moonsault, and then a shooting star press. I don't know why Chad Gable traveled to Mexico to learn Lucha Libre when apparently he had the Creed brothers right there to learn it from.
that shooting star press, magnificent. I think it's one of the most beautiful aerial wrestling maneuvers out there. So yeah, just honestly love it. T-Mac034 says, I messed the joke up. You know I got love for Santi. T-Mac, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it, man. NMDs2 says, I bet Cena's finishers go back to being called FU and STFU now that it's been called that recently.
I want new everything. Like, I want a new finisher, new entrance theme, new ring attire. I don't want to recognize this dude. Like, nothing. I don't want to recognize nothing from the past, nothing from recent. Brand new. I want to see what a brand new Cena looks like. Don't go back to Dr. Thugonomics. That's so 2000s. It worked back then. Let's just do something brand new from the start. Brand new finisher as well.
Dang, that's going to be interesting to see, because I'm like, when you're so used to being like certain versions of yourself, it can be hard to think of something new, to be something different. So that's going to be interesting to see what he comes up with. NMDs too, thank you so much. We got Rafael Garcia who says, nothing will convince me that old man wasn't just Chavo Guerrero in a wig. Well, Chavo does get like a lot of these Hollywood like roles where he usually helps train a lot of the wrestlers. He usually works a lot of behind the scenes and that type of stuff. So you never know. Rafael, thank you so much, man. We got Dave Arlo here who says Aleister Black versus Demon Balor at WrestleMania. Hell, it can happen. I don't see why not. I mean, they're both. I mean, he's the one that Santi, you pitched an idea for him being the guy to come in for the Judgment Day. So we could end up finding ourselves in that situation. We got, thank you, Dave. We got T-Mac here who says Anakin Lesnar. I don't give a fuck about them kids. T-Mac034, thank you so much for the laugh. Alrighty, with that being said, and let me make sure I just got through everything. The only thing we didn't talk about yet is Bron Breakker and Finn Balor. This was just basically Finn Balor tried to get the Judgment Day to attack Bron Breakker, but he was able to take them out. And then Bron Breakker was going to get was it at Finn, but at some point he ends up being saved by Dominic, and he ends up just killing Carlito instead. Dude, I need to ask you about that Bron Breakker promo when he was like, oh, he's the apple man, and you got to have an apple a day to keep the doctor away. What was that promo?
I think, honestly, that's called Steiner Health instead of Steiner Math. He was giving us Steiner Health. That's what it was. Listen, I feel like this whole segment was this is going to be the Finn Balor's come to Jesus moment. Like, oh yeah, we can't take on Bron Breakker. We need a new member in the Judgment Day. I think like this is what triggers the new member to come in.
Yeah, I'm feeling you on that one. We'll see. Alrighty, guys, before we wrap up this Elimination Chamber, before we wrap up this episode of Raw, Santi, I gotta end on a fun note. You and I met in person for the very first time this weekend. It was a good time. It was honestly a really fun time. It was nice to meet you in person, meet Connor. It was very nice. It was a good time.
It was a good time. I just wish that Toronto wasn't so damn cold. My God, what a cold weekend it was. But yeah, it was a good time. We went to SmackDown, got ourselves some nosebleeds that were like pretty decent seats. When I like think back about it, I was like, these are pretty damn good. I enjoyed the experience from the nosebleeds, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I was so surprised by that. I thought we were going to be like way high up. I thought I was going to get a little like nauseous. Nope. It all went very, very smoothly. And I wasn't even expecting to go to SmackDown. So I'm kind of glad that I did, because if not, then I would have missed that really cool segment with all of the Elimination Chamber guys. I thought that was sick.
Oh my God, Logan Paul.
Oh yes,
he got me so good.
Too.
Did you see that Jake Paul replied to my reaction?
No, what did you say?
Because I tweeted it out and I said, well played, Logan Paul, I hate you. And then Jake Paul replied to me saying, read them and weep them, femboy.
Did you respond back?
Of course I did.
What did you say?
I was more of a quote, dude. I was just like, imagine getting called femboy by Jake Paul in 2025 or something like that.
It's wild. I don't think I've heard femboy in like forever.
I know, right?
I'm like, I forgot that existed. That's so funny. All right, we got one more super chat. This is from Cena's left nut.
Nice.
Who says, I hope Cena gets a new movie called FTK, F Them Kids.
Have you not seen the hilarious cartoon meme that's going around of Cena in his shirt instead of hustle, loyalty, respect? It's be lazy, disloyalty and disrespect, and then he's holding a Make-A-Wish kid saying, "Give up."
I did see that. That's funny as hell. Thank you so much to Cena's Left Nut. We got Dave Arlo here who says, will you guys be in Vegas? I will be in Vegas for a few days. Santi, I know you said that you were probably skipping out on that.
Probably, yeah, I'll probably be streaming with my crazy community.
Love it. Love it. Thank you so much, Dave. Alrighty, guys. With that being said, that was our show for today. As always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the insane support. Santi, please tell the people where they can find you, support you, and all of that.
All places, Mr. Santi Zap. If you're interested in adding a new podcast to your lineup, check out the Wrestling is Cool podcast. But yeah, otherwise, you can just Google Santi Zap. I'll come up and you can kind of just pick your poison on whichever platform works best for you.
YouTube.com/Denise Salcedo. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. I'm also on all of the apps as well. Just search me up and you can find me there. Thank you as always to everybody watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.